Didn't. Hey, Lifetime Dreams. Yo. Tasha, early. Probably because I'm late. That's why you early today. What's the weekend? Still 10:21. What's up? Make sure y'all hit that like button. I didn't know what I was going to talk about tonight. So the last thing that popped up in my head was conspiracy theories. So I guess that's what the conversation. Hey, you early. I ain't mad at you early today. But let's talk some conspiracy theories. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Really appreciate it. Where y'all want to start? Huh? What conspiracy theories y'all want to start with? Like this whole Will Smith shit. That could be considered a conspiracy theory. Like that was fake plan to make black people look bad. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Tasha. Alien. Hey, I love talking about aliens, so we can start there too. Like, but as of now, like that shouldn't even be considered. It's cool, Tasha. We already know. As long as you here, that's all that matters. Aliens, that's not even a conspiracy theory no more. Like, it's been proven many of times, like they real, like really real. So, how they look is they gray, blue, big eyes like they is on TV. Probably not. They probably look like me and you. They probably disguise themselves when they come to Earth, so they don't stand out, stick out. Cause you know how the world where we at. So, man, I've been believing aliens was real since I was a child, and I used to look at the stars like wishing I was like thinking I was home. Like so, I probably didn't know physically, like never seen an alien, but I had a dream one time. It was so fucking real. UFOs just started coming. It fucking took me away with their ass. So shit, was that a dream? Like, cause I got this book called, got a couple books called The Convoluted Universe, and it's deep on aliens and shit. So I didn't charge my tablets, so I didn't play that book tonight. But that's what I would have did. But hit that like button. It's 18 people in here, 4 likes, man. Get them likes up. I really appreciate it. But I see people like conspiracy theories because it's like 21 people in here already. But 4 likes, that's it. Come on, man. My true beliefs, though, I think aliens help seed this planet. Like, definitely. You manifested it, Caesar. What you manifest? Like, but I do believe like aliens kind of help seed this planet, like help this planet grow. Off the books I read, like literally off the books I read. Uh, hey, shout out to Ro Wayne Williams. But yeah, I fuck with alien. I'm pretty sure we probably came across aliens in our lifetime, and we just like I said, they disguise themselves. We're still being hunted by the federal government. Cleaning company, you're alien. There are humans that are aliens. I believe I'm low key an alien. That's why I believe in aliens so much. Cause you said albinos is the aliens, Latoya. Hey, that's a new thing that I heard. But I believe like low key, our spirit really don't even come from Earth. Like it doesn't starts here. Like we just come here to learn our lessons and shit. So we all technically aliens, but we get caught up in trying to fit in with the world, trying to follow what's popular, like shit. Then we become human. So I feel like I've always been like alienated from like my family, from friends, the environment I grew up in. kids used to think like I had this mole on my ear when I was a kid, got it cut off when I was in the military, but kids used to ask me like, was I an alien? Like, what was that thing on my ear? I'm like, shit, I don't know. Like, so I always been looked at as weird, different. And then the conversations I talk about, like that shit is alien too. So I definitely believe in aliens because I believe in myself. Because I damn sure ain't no goddamn human. I mean, I don't feel like it. Yes, my flesh is human. Yes, born on this earth. But my spirit, I don't think my spirit is from earth, so or soul. And but to say like albinos is like those aliens, like I never heard that one. Like, any more conspiracy theories like y'all could put me on? Like I'm big on conspiracy theories. Cause most of the time I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. I think it's the truth. Dude, oh, fuck, well, sorry for cut. Nah, we cuss all the time here, James. Set my window 16 years old. Every night. I believe you. Like I live in Vegas and I seen a lot of shit. Exactly, Caesar. You spot on with that. I definitely didn't came through some shit. The moon. Wait. Raymond said the blue beam theory. What's that? Put me on. I ain't never heard of that one. But the moon landing, they said that wasn't real. Honestly, I think that what they showed wasn't real. But I think they been landed on the moon. I think they been landed on Mars and all that. Like it's just I don't know. That probably was staged because they were trying to get first. They were trying to beat Russia and all them other places to get to the moon. But I think like they been on that mug. The dark side of the moon, like that pops up in my head when I think about the moon landing. Dinosaurs are not real. What about Roswell? I know the Roswell alien, the UFO landed in Roswell, so I know about that. That I don't think that's a conspiracy though. I think that was real. I mean, see, I believe all conspiracy theories is real, low key. Talking about see the planet the aliens came down. Yeah, but was cave people the first people here? Oh, so you, Raymond. So do you believe like Earth is flat? Like not on no joke and stuff like. But how many people think the Earth is flat? Who killed JFK? Who killed MLK too? Like those all like they said the government had a part in doing that. I read this JFK book. Oh, so you believe it's round? So where you think the Space Force is going to do duty? Yeah, they got to do it. Like I mean, they got fucking spaceships that's just floating in space, right? So that'll be a base. But like I think they got shit on the moon already. If you're affected by the sun, you don't belong on Earth. Yo, Corey's crypto. What's up? I don't think none of us belong on here though. Like to stay fully, I believe like we all supposed to evolve spiritually out of here so we can go. Like I believe like there's multiple fucking like I mean it's not just a belief, but it's true. Like there's many planets, unlimited number of planets. I believe you can go there like if you evolve to that level of thinking. I'm a star seed, Raymond. Like I'm a star seed. As text of aliens. I haven't read that. I mean, but I haven't read the whole Bible, and I also know like what they be saying. They be speaking in code and parables and shit. So metaphors do play. It could have been talking about aliens. I don't think they will fight aliens though. I believe aliens are way more far advanced than us humans. I believe like humans is like if we gonna like talk levels of like consciousness and dimensions, I think humans is stuck on like 3D and like there's multiple other dimensions like you can't even fathom and think of. Like so to fight an alien, like you don't know what the fuck what the fuck they working with. How you gonna fight something you I don't know. Aliens are dimensional demons. Why would you call them a demon though? You think it's only 10 dimensions, but there's millions of like infinite planets and galaxies. So is it total only 10? We are the only aliens here. We is aliens. Like I said, I low key believe like star seeds. I'm glad you mentioned her. I think Raymond. Uh, there's fucking Pleiadians. There's fucking Draconians. There's fucking. I'm an Arcturian. My soul comes from Arcturian. So like, there's spaces made in the Hollywood basement. Hey, like I'm all like, just give me like the reason why you believe that, like so I can get an understanding, because I've actually never met somebody or never talked to somebody who believed in it, or I probably did, they just didn't say what they believed in, like so they just, I don't know. But I watched a couple documentaries on it, and I'm like, oh, so y'all basically believe like all this shit is fake, they lying to us, like, and that's, I ain't gonna say that's the basis of what flat earthers think, but they believe like, of course, the government lied to us, all this shit is fake, Hollywood set up, like, so it's understandable to believe that, but nobody has convinced me like that Earth was flat. I was an elitist. What is an elitist? Or are you telling me like you part of the elite? I don't think they control the whole government. They probably control parts of it, but I don't think it's all bad. Operation Fishbowl and Paperclip. Put me on some game. What's that about? Oh, oh, now you getting deep, Corey. Like now you talking my language. Cause I actually met somebody who was a reptilian. He didn't look like it, but what he talked about, I could tell who he was. I fuck like before anybody like started dipping out of here because of what I just said, but what he just said about Lucifer. He talked about Lucifer, right? I fuck with Lucifer on the strength of like just reading the Bible and getting like God's like why he was even cast out of heaven. It wasn't even Lucifer who fucking made Eve eat that apple. It was another motherfucking fallen angel. But Lucifer just wanted to be like his father God, and God was like, nope, this nigga want power. You can roll over to this fucking devil ass earth. Hey, Jumbo Johnson, I believe that. I don't fuck with Black Lives Matter like that. It's not just the reptilians out here either though. Like it's fucking like I said, Arcturians, Pleiadians, like it's hella other like people that's here. Like not people, but fucking extraterrestrials that's on this planet. Like so, I don't. That's why I say I can't say it's all bad. Lucifer is grounded. Ye is a reptilian. Ah, but Ye reminds me of like someone like myself though, like who's super enlightened. The Harvey Show, those. I feel like I was part of the fallen and the 200 fallen angels off the strength. Like I had a big lust and temptation problem like that I finally like got over in like this lifetime. But different lifetimes I didn't have like I couldn't control my lust and my temptation, so I was always falling after women. So that's what the angels they came down here and they like started having sex with women. God was like, oh no, nah, for one, you taking the secrets of heaven and you giving it to these people, but you're having sex with these humans that I created, and y'all creating giants that's fucking taking over the world. We all have demons in us though. We all got angels and demons. Yeah, true. Like I understand. Like I fuck with bad guys more than I fuck with the good guys, especially when it comes to the movies, right? Like so, I think I was watching Star Trek, one of the new Star Trek movies, and then Idris Elba was the bad guy, but he was I understood where he was coming from. Like many, not just him, but many other bad guys. Yeah, but I fuck with the Book of Enoch. Like that's what I was talking about too. So like I fuck with the bad guy heavy. But I'm not gonna sit here and say like all bad people's like good people. Like nah, I just be like I'm a person who's interested in the origin story. Like so, if you gonna tell me first of all, when we watch hella movies about heroes and shit, they always give us the hero's perspective. They never give you the bad guy, like how he even got to that mindset or way of thinking. Like so, they never show that shit. So, me when I started realizing like Hollywood was for one like not showing the true, like not showing everything, but hiding. I mean, they put some shit in there, but villains are definitely way more interesting. I definitely had a Kundalini awakening. I actually talked about that in like one of my other lives. I think last month that I had a Kundalini awakening. Life is naturally neutral. It is like there is no such thing as good and bad. Corey, is you a Freemason or you just met some? I did a when I in 2018 I had my Kundalini awakening. Like so, for me to remember, it was like that much of a huge experience. Exactly, like show us why these like all the fucking movies where there's a bad guy, like where they got heroes, like let's just say the Avengers, right? For every fucking villain they had, well, they did give Loki a show, but they should have gave Thanos a show. Why he wanted to fucking make this bitch disappear? Like, so Corey do know some shit though. I ain't even gonna lie. I was my family is. I fuck with the Freemasons. Cause I understood, like I even fuck with the Illuminati. Like when I understood like what they was about, the information they had, the secrets they had, the motherfucking entertainers, those are like pawns, right? Like so when they be putting all that shit in music and movies, like that's basically like just symbolism, pawns, and like bullshit. But the real Illuminati, they really have like the secrets you need to know. Like so what they worship is African gods. That's what we supposed to be worshiping, but they make it seem like hoodoo, voodoo, Egyptian, all this shit is negative. Like so Venom, yeah, he do got a movie too, so I fuck with Venom heavy. For the truth, they need the good. They be. I never joined. Like I got family. What my wife's family is Masons, but I used to want to join. I used to want to be a part of the Masons because I heard they had benefits. But as I got older and I started just going my own path of awareness, like the shit just, mm, the shit just. I'm like I don't need nobody else. What the fuck I need a secret society for when I can get this shit myself? Damn, I didn't bring my light in here. Babe, if you watch, oh yes it is. Cause I'm like it's about to get dark in here. Oh y'all, let me set up my light. Come on with some more of those conspiracy theories though. Ooh shit, that shit. Alright, this fuck. Alright, that's better. Alright, now that we good. Voodoo is our original. Yep, I fuck with voodoo heavy. And hoodoo. Like once I will, cause I was a Christian growing up my whole life because I ain't had no fucking choice, right? Grandma and Gigi was. So I always just tried to. I was a people pleaser as a kid because I knew if I deal with somebody wanted what they like they'll basically treat me for it. So knowing that they was Christians, my grandma and Gigi, I was the first in my siblings. Like it was five of us. I was the first to get saved. I was the first to get baptized. But I was also internally always questioning the fucking shit I was fucking reading, what I like with the beliefs. But I was people pleasing, so it may seem like I was the perfect little Christian boy growing up. But once I left church, that's when I like started being more vocal with what I believed in and what I thought, not just about the Bible, but life, period. So I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, hoodoo and voodoo. Oh yeah, basically, yeah. Once I left church in like 2015, I still didn't know what the fuck what I was on or who I was, and none of this until 2018 when I moved to Vegas. Started meditating. That's when I had that Kundalini awakening. That's when I started learning about my past lives. That's when I started learned that I was a star seed. That's when it was a lot of shit that happened that year. Basically, like I had a bunch of the epiphanies and awakenings, and I'm like, oh shit, like my life basically changed. But I came back into like honoring my ancestors and knowing like they was tapped into voodoo. Like so how, and it brought me back to my last past life where I studied voodoo and I practiced voodoo, and he got me, brung me success. But people said I sold my soul to the devil to get rich, and well, I wasn't rich back then, but they said I sold my soul to the devil to play the guitar and blues. But I really was just practicing voodoo, and like it was helping me become successful. Let me get back to the words are spells that spelling test. Hollywood witches used to make one. Yep, I not just Hollywood, but music that broadcast spells. T- Words are fucking like choose your words wisely, especially when you're talking about yourself. Like so, me, I just recently came back from Indiana. I live in Vegas, but it was fucking like 20, 30 degrees out there, snowing and raining. Like for 5 days straight, I was out there with my son. Came back here and it's warm weather in Vegas, so I ain't gonna even say the S word because I don't try to speak nothing negative on my life because I know how powerful my words are. I believe Will was high on coke that night. Will to do that, but I see the devil in Jada eyes. I mean, was Will high on coke? I don't know. I don't I've never seen somebody on coke in front of me, so I don't know how a person on coke would act. I've seen somebody do coke in front of me, but I was at a rave and I wasn't paying enough attention to see what the effects, how long it took to kick in for Buddy started being on his high. So I don't know. I don't can't say he was high on coke. Voodoo is of the fallen. Kabbalistic magic is voodoo. It's the sellouts in each culture code. Identity politics. That's what horror flings. Study etymology. I actually have studied some etymology a little bit, not enough though, but that has been popping up lately, so might need to be tapping into that. Souls back. Corey, you just gave our souls back. Man, I always had my soul. Their eyes get all big and they get angry. Damn, I never knew. See, like I probably seen more people on coke and I just didn't know what the fuck they was on. Cause I grew up in Gary, Indiana, where like I didn't see no coke people on coke. I seen crackheads, but I didn't see like coke. Coke wasn't nothing big in our neighborhood or in the city in the '90s. But weed, that's like weed has always been prevalent in my life. Like so, I've been smoking since probably like 15. Like, and I'm 32, so I ain't ever tried coke. Don't think I ever will. But I'm not against people who do it, like, cause I don't give a fuck. If you can't, you supposed to have fun on this fucking planet. If you ain't hurting nobody, you ain't harming nobody. Well, if you like Will Smith and you was on coke and you did actually do harm somebody, but still, on the LA's big thing. That's how all the girls say smile. I got a sister who live in Cali. Like she probably live like an hour away from LA. Not even an hour. So I be going to LA a lot. But most of the time it's on business, so I don't fucking. If I was in if I was in the entertainment industry, I wouldn't fucking even go to those Hollywood parties, cause that's not something I'm into. I don't give a fuck about partying. I did that in my 20s, like in my teenage years. So I'm older now, like so. I be going to raves because like that's something new to me. Like that's not even something I do on like regular basis. I do it when my partner invite me out, so I fuck with raves. They athlete smoke freebase. They smoke freebase. I don't know what freebase is. Stop smoking. I did. I sold coke out with the villain. I don't know. I know fucking Future was talking about free bang game, or like, but I don't know how much they got to do with freebase. Like I don't. I heard the term because I watched fucking Snowfall. Like so, I know they was kind of using freebase to make crack. You said, do I believe opposites attract? I mean, I believe opposites attract. I believe like sane people attract. Like you attracted to like what you attracted to. Yeah, you attracted to who you attracted to. Like, cause like I said, I'm into polygamy, right? Like so, I hope my wife don't want to leave the live because I say this, but my wife another way. I'm attracted to like, but honestly, still, like, like yeah, you attracted to, right? But I ain't gonna go into like that. Like my wife don't be trying to hear that shit all the time. But like, is we only talking about humans like opposites attract? Like, cause if I'm mistaken, like is yeah, fucking magnets the opposite attract to the yeah. I think cause you can't put the two fucking ends and they always separate. Like I don't know. But that's fucking magnets. A magnet ain't a human, right? But yeah, what's some more conspiracy theories? It's crazy though, like what I'm like just typing in fucking conspiracy theory. And more people pop up. I'm gonna need to do this every night. You said you want me to stop smoking, Corey? I tried. I tried to stop smoking. You know what it did? It made me more mean, more of an asshole. My nerves was bad. Like I have literally bad nerves, so PTSD. Like if I would stop smoking, I mean, even though I do meditate every day, I stop smoking when I get like down in my health wise. Like that's when I give it a break. And when I was in Indiana, I ain't smoking no flowers, so I still have my vape pen though. I don't know. The weed I smoke is it's not the weed that everybody else smoke. Like so, some people like indica because it makes them really feel high. It makes them really feel like stuck. Like that's how people want to be. I smoke sativa because it makes me think. Like so, this is an enhancement to my life. This literally, weed smoking does not affect me in my life in no form or fashion in a bad way. At least not that I can see. Like somebody on the outside looking in, who, but then again, like why would people be paying that much attention to me? Like so, I don't know. I'm consistent, right? I post videos every day. I have custody of like 6 out of the 7 children I have. I smoke sativa, like so. This is sativa, but this ain't the strain. But have you asked what strain I'm smoking? Got the ice cream sundae. But yeah, like weed does things for certain people. I know how it impacts me and it impacts my like my work ethic. So I'm like, yeah. No, it's THC. It's just like you got indica, right? That's for like the body high. Like you gonna feel like high, but then you have sativa, like which they're both THC. Like sativa is a head high. Like I said, it makes me think. Most people they'll get paranoid because they don't like to think. Like they don't like I'm a thinker, so and I ain't talking about overthink stuff like so. Now CBD, I tried that. That shit did not work at all. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this? Like, I never fucking trade weed for CBD. That's the most fucking worthless shit ever. I mean, for a person who don't smoke weed, right, and they was to take CBD, it'll probably do something for them. But for me as a weed smoker, like I smoke weed for pain too. What's the Delta? I heard about Delta 8 in Florida. I heard like that's the only strain they got out there, like Delta something. So is that a weed strain? Like, but I don't think I had that before. We supposed to be talking about conspiracy theories, but that's a conspiracy theory. Like why weed is illegal, because in like the early 1900s, a motherfucker who owned a hemp company, like a newspaper company as well. Just left my they had the best weed. Wow, I'm in Vegas, so we got all different type of strains. It's like thousands of different strains to choose from. Like I didn't have the best. I didn't have some shit that ain't make me feel high, like shit, but like sell it in the open. Here's one. There's a ghost behind you. Oh shit, I see it too. The two eyes right there. But I'm a spiritual person, so it'd be a lot of spirits around me, low key. And you noticing that, like, just showing like there's literally spirits right here with me. Yeah, motherfuckers start moving. Which I was like, kind of that you're smoking is Delta 9 is kind of Delta 8. Like, yeah, I don't, that's like CBD, right? It's like games, but it be spirits around me all the fucking time, like literally. When I first got on my journey, right, like I said, I had the Kundalini awakening. I had the just the spiritual. I wasn't even enlightened at the time. Like I just was trying to get enlightened because I'm like I was becoming aware of spirituality levels and shit. So I'm like, in 2018, I was asking to talk to my ancestors. I was asking not only not talk to them, but I was asking to hear them because I knew they was communicating with me, but it wasn't like I couldn't hear them. Like so, I was asking to hear them, and like I never really asked to see them, but I always seen spirits out the corner of my eyes. Like shit, I said when my dad passed away in 2011, no, 2001, I was 11. Like I seen his spirit walk past my room door, like after he passed, and I knew it was him. Like so, I've always low key seen spirits, but now I talk to them more too. So hey, don't tell her like it, motherfucker. It's an evil spirit around. Ain't no telling. That's why I tell people don't fuck with me, like, cause you don't know who be around me. I got some good spirits, and like I said, I have the perspective like of like the villain, like he got a story too, like so don't ever like just say oh he's the bad guy, like so when it's been spirits that came around me that was like serial killers, and I have to get an understanding like how they even got to that point in being like so. Like me, I don't judge people, and that's why I say if you do coke, whatever, do. I don't care. Like shit ain't got nothing to do with me. And if it ain't stopping you and your success in life, by all means, like do you. Like just don't overdo it. Like, and one thing you can't do is overdo weed. Like so, I mean, your lungs can only take so much, but shit. What do you think of Black Lives Matter divide and conquer? I think Black Lives Matter is a fucking sham, scam, whatever you want to call it. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody who's saying Black Lives Matter is. I'm saying like the people who like profiting off Black Lives Matter. Like I don't think they got no type of positive in like intention. So divide and conquer, like Black Lives Matter doesn't divide. Like it's gonna divide whoever it divides, but that's just because they were supposed to have that type of experience in life. Like so, that was the trigger to make them, you know, you got gens attached to you. They like smoke. I know. I know. I actually seen for you to mention that. Thank you, because I couldn't. I seen it the other day. Somebody, oh, they didn't even say gens. I just seen the word. But for you to say they're attached to me, and and the Wishmaster movie just popped up too. Like so, yeah. But like, I'm not a person who believes in heaven or hell either. So the spirits that's around me, like, obviously the motherfuckers ain't in hell, and obviously they like not. They're helping me. Like, what the fuck? That's the best way I can explain this shit. In, in my past life, right? My name was Robert Johnson. Research it. I was a fucking guitarist, blues player, who people said I sold my soul to get those gifts and talent. I didn't. I was just fucking doing voodoo. That was what my ancestors did. That's what like his parents did. Like, so the world church people, they were like, oh no, this nigga's of the devil. It was taking money out of the preacher's pockets. So that's why they was saying what they were saying. And like, not to mention, like, so many people died around me too. Like, me being in the music industry, and the fact that when a person dies next to a celebrity, they say, oh, this guy sacrificed his family to get to that position. Like, so that basically started with me, like, when people dying around me because I was playing the blues. Like, so it ain't because I sold my soul. And you made me Jesus. I fuck with Jesus too. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, I fuck with I talk to Jesus just like I talk to a demon. Like, what do I need to be afraid of? Like, I'm like I said, I know my soul doesn't ain't limited when I die to heaven and hell. I can go wherever in the universe I want to. But on this earth plane, you got fucking angels I talk to. You got demons that's around like shit. I talk to. I can't help. Most people you deal with, low key, they either a good person or a bad person. That's an angel or demon in your life right there. Like, so, yeah. I mean, I'm not afraid. Like, I'm tapped in so deep. Like, it's like, why would I shut out that energy, like, that's giving me positive energy? Like, the shit that's around me, it can't make me think negative. I'm like, that's why it's positive minds only. I really got that positive mind only. Like, I'm not talking saying the world got it, but I got a positive mind only. Like, so there's no negativity that gets in my, like, within. Like, so the shit that I learned, like, you gotta learn good and bad, or whatever. Like I said, there is no such thing as good and bad, but you have to learn, like, the whole picture. You can't just look at certain shit and think that's what it is. Like, you can't just read one Bible and think like that's the whole truth. Like, no, you gotta read the Quran. You got to read like all these other shits. Like, so global warming. What about it? Like, because there was this joke about global warming. I can't think of it right now, but it was funny as hell when I seen it. Started when I was 5, now I'm 33. There's a conspiracy book that was made when Terrence McKenna was alive. Hey, that name McKenna popped up earlier today too. Like, so that's why it's important to me to get on live, because when y'all say things, it's like signs or like things that I've been seeing, like y'all putting a name to it. The Bible was a coded book that was actually had to do with magic. Sacred mushroom of the cross. Ban the book. They ban like hella books. But I'm a person like shit. I'ma read the banned books. I'ma go search for the shit that they said is not good for you. Like, I'm that person. Like, you can't just say, oh, this is the God, this is God, and Lucifer is the devil. Okay, like, yeah, God got, or the Bible got their perspective on Lucifer, but what's Lucifer perspective? Like, and last time I seen that fucking show, it was pretty fucking good, and like, it made me fucking think, like, oh shit, this motherfucker just really wanted to be like his father. Like, he literally, and God was like, nah, this literally what it was, because I probably was in heaven when this happened, because like I said, I feel like I'm one of the fallen angels, right? So Lucifer was like, man, dad been reigning for forever. When is it gonna be my turn? I'm the next up, right? God was like, when is my time up? Like, but low key, Lucifer, like, man, I want to rule too. like, so God was like, oh, nah, I see his intentions. Like, so since you want to be a ruler of something, you can rule over Earth. And all the bad shit that happens on that planet, you'll be the fucking God of it. Like, so with Adam and Eve, I was a Christian my whole fucking life, and I thought Lucifer deceived Eve. But it was another fucking random fucking fallen angel that did it. Like, so all the bad shit is blamed on fucking Lucifer, and this nigga, he just wants to be like his dad. God is here to kill. Like, read the Bible. Like, look how many people fucking God took out this motherfucker. Wiped out. Genocide. Way worse than genocide. He killed the whole planet. Like, what he do to Sodom and Gomorrah, and then what Lot wife turned around? See, we can talk the Bible because I grew up a Christian, right? Like, God is not a loving God. He's not. He probably learned. Jesus is the one who taught love. Like, that's what Jesus' job was. God's job is to kill and destroy it. Anybody who's against what I got going on, you will be wiped out. Your whole family will be wiped out. Like, that's what God on. Look what he did to fake Pharaoh. He wiped Egypt out. That's why it's like literally a desert. Egypt used to be the most prominent fucking civilization. Egypt was way popping than Earth today. Yes, they don't have what we got today, but think about it. Egypt was like the United States. When God came around, like, and we all fucking know the story of Moses, right? When God told Moses to come back to fucking Egypt, look at how the devil kills. Yeah, we're gonna get to that part too. But who has the devil killed though? Like, literally, who has the devil in the Bible? Who has it say Satan has killed? Like, I'm telling you, if you read just Genesis, you'll understand. Like, God be like, he'll wipe you out, and he gonna test his people. And if you fail the test, your whole family would be cursed. But if you pass, guess what? Your name would be live on forever. You can have his. As a matter of fact, he was telling Abraham, he was telling Jacob, Isaac, and them, like, I want y'all to have as many kids as you possibly can so your name can live on forever. Like, so this is what God was giving his followers. Low key, he didn't even reveal to them his real name. The first person who knew God's name was motherfucking Pharaoh. Like, literally, because Pharaoh was like, Moses, I know who you is, but who is you talking about, this God of the Israelites? I never heard of them, because Egyptians, they have multiple gods. They don't just believe in one God. So Pharaoh, like, I never heard of him. So when Moses or whoever his brother Aaron was doing all these tricks, that's why they was able to match it, because they had the same beliefs too. So God just took it another step and killed the firstborn, not of just Pharaoh, but every like Egyptian family. Like, so if you want to take it like God, he be wiping this shit out. God is good and nothing else. He's the king of all kings. You're supposed to say that. You're supposed to say that. But I'm reading from the Bible. Like, you can watch my live. Like, I go to my playlist and go to the Bible series, and I start with I ain't finished it yet, but I did Genesis and Exodus, and then we did the book of Enoch. Like, so we're listening to the Bible. So everything that's said, you're gonna hear me basically like tell it to you, like what they really saying. And I ain't gonna say they saying, what it's really saying, but you just go check that out. Like, cause I understand like your beliefs. I'm telling you, I was raised in a church household. So anybody who had different beliefs, I was like debating them to the end. None of this is right you're saying. But what part am I saying wrong though? Anybody else that's in here, like, did I say something wrong about the Bible? Like, did I lie on the Bible tonight? Like, because I'm pretty sure God did wipe out Sodom and Gomorrah, and when Lot's wife turned around, she turned into a pillar of salt. I'm 100% sure God told Noah to build an ark, and he wiped out every single thing. Like, these are two different time periods. So, in Genesis, Lucifer hasn't killed anybody. In Exodus, Lucifer hasn't killed nobody. Like, so I'm just saying, like, if we counting numbers here, like God is way up. Like the scoreboard for God, like he way up. I fuck with God though. Like I'm not saying you're a bad person. That's what I'm saying. You just have to learn everybody's perspective, right? Like so when I read the Bible or listened to the Bible, I got my own perspective on God. That's what you're supposed to have. You're not supposed to go to church and get the pastor's perspective. You're supposed to read the whole Bible yourself and interpret it and like really interpret it like for its true meaning. Like so even the negative thoughts you have about something that you read in the Bible, like you're supposed to question God and ask, like God created sin. If you read the book of Enoch, which I know you haven't, like read the book of Enoch. That came from heaven. The angels, the 200 fallen angels, they were angels. They stole the secrets from heaven and they gave it to man. You pray for my kids, like you should meet my children. My children is like advanced. Except, you know what? I just got custody of my 3 kids, right? And their mom was in church, religious, right? And they came here, and I'm like, they got broke mindsets. Like they be having negative thinking mindsets, and they was in church every Sunday. And then you have like the 3 children I have that have been living with me since I moved, like since for the past 5 years. Like you can tell the difference in their way of thinking. Like literally, you could tell the difference in their way of thinking. Like so, people need the Bible though. People need religion. People need that. Like literally, because it's somebody who never believed in it, and like they had an epiphany, like God gave them that epiphany, or God changed their life personally. But that didn't happen for me. I had to leave church to find like not just God, but I had to go find myself too. You know the book of Enoch better than me. When the last time you read it? When the last time you read the book of Enoch? I'm 100% sure you can't recall. Unless you like you're a Bible scholar and you do read it every day. Like you read the book of Enoch and all the other missing books of the Bible. Because we're not just talking about the Bible. We talking about the things that was taken out of the Bible as well. Like that's a conspiracy theory right there. Why they take out the other books? Ashe. Shout out to Jerome coming through. She's saying I'm lying on God in the Bible. She's saying God ain't a destroyer. It's 7 people in here. Like, y'all probably religious too, but I'm like, man, he's saying he right. I know everybody in here ain't religious. Like, why would I say that? But like 7 in here, you could tell like she's religious. It's on your phone now. Want to say that shit, Caesar? Like what the fuck? This is that space where you can say whatever the fuck you want. Now you lying. My spirit telling me you lying. The spirits that's around me is saying you lying, 7. Why is that the case? Why is telling me you lying? Hey, Caesar. You don't have to say it on here. You can say it on your YouTube. I be encouraging people to, hey, get on live, YouTube live yourself and just say what you believe because it's going to be people who believe in what you believe in. Say that about God because God has not messed me up. I've been like this for like 5 years. Hey, I did LSD too. And mushrooms. I fuck with mushrooms heavy. Oh, the devil works with God, even though he. Exactly. Like, it's all part of God. All the fucking sin, the lies, the killing, the murder, the rape, those were secrets of heaven. So if you saying you read the fucking book of Enoch every single day, 7, you would know that. Why I gotta be a demon? Why I gotta be a demon? Huh? And if that demon is telling me you lying about reading the Bible every day, then like I ain't mad at you, 7. Cause you know what? My grandma's a Christian, right? And I tried to wake her up, and she ain't want to wake up. So I see how her life is and how she turned out, and I'm like, man, you can't save everybody. Taking up for God is. I fuck with God though. So how you taking up for God? Can't God take up for Himself? What you feel? So you telling Caesar, when you was on LSD, you met God, and he was screaming at you, telling like, "Whoa, like that's not something I'm gonna fucking believe. Like that's not something I'm gonna fucking worship. That's not gonna let fear. Why do I need to fear something? Like why put fear in my heart? Because if you open the door for fear, you gonna open up for fear for other shit too. So life has a timeline like the way you scroll. I did a couple timeline trips myself. You said you read every day. Don't try to switch it up, 7. Like you said you read every day. Like I said, the demons told me you was lying about that. We all supposed to study it our every day. Like just not reading the Bible though. You supposed to live it. Life is a one big fucking test anyway. So when you live in your everyday life is to study for the next test. Most people keep failing those same fucking tests because they don't know. Like they don't realize, oh shit, this is all just a test. Like and once I pass this test, guess what? There's gonna be another fucking test behind that. And like as long as you live on this planet, it's gonna be tests like that's put in front of you, set up for you to either fail or pass. Like so, most people just keep failing. I didn't say your life not 7. I did not say you didn't live a great life. Nah, I did not say that. Like, well, I'm saying I live a great life too. Like so, and that's what me in my beliefs. Like, with the first you think this is probably like the first time I'm saying something like this about religion and the Bible. I got years of doing this, like just on a because that podcast. That's why I started in 2018. I started talking on my podcast, and it wasn't just about the Bible, but it was just about my whole journey. Like so, if you'll go back to my first episode of content that I ever did that was intellectual like content, it was November 13th, 2018. Like Positive Minds Only podcast started. And like you will see my fucking growth just over time to now I'm comfortable enough to get on live with other people and share my beliefs. But at first, only person I was gonna say it to was my wife or like my podcast. Like so. Yeah, of course, people don't ever have to lie to me, but for some reason they do. Right. So it's functions and coexistence. That's why there's multiple beliefs in. Like I ain't mad like if people like cause like I said I was a Christian like so for you to 7 to have like beliefs like that like I'm not mad like shit that used to be me too. 7, you think I don't know you, but I can tap into your energy and I can find out. Like believe me, I know some stuff. Like and I know some spirits that know some stuff too. Like and it's not to like scare put fear in nobody because we all supposed to be tapped in with our ancestors. Like people only like give Jesus and God that praise. Like what about your ancestors that was here like just like you and that experienced this life? Like so. Stephen Hawkins was just a puppet for the Illuminati. I don't think that's a conspiracy though. But did I believe like they gave him all that content to write. I don't think he just created that out of his mind. Nah, like A lot of that was given to him. A lot of that he just put his name on it. I see what Sam trying to do. His DNA is in a chip. Elon Musk, ain't that what he trying to do? Like, ain't that what all them billionaires trying to do? They trying to live forever. Like, so yeah, like that's flesh. Like Stephen Hawkins, uh, the guy that was in the wheelchair that passed away. Like, I'm telling you, like, you think he really dead? Like, there's movies. I'm telling you, they put that shit in Hollywood. Like, there's movies where they transferring consciousness. So, like, shit, yeah, that flesh may die, but that's because they scared of the afterlife. They don't know. They don't want to give up this life they got now. They don't want to lose this and start all over. That's what the scary part of reincarnation is. You got to start back fucking over. Like, so they understand. Like, oh shit, let's stay here as long as we can. Is another actor in the Illuminati. I fuck with Elon Musk. Like, I fuck with actors though, like, cause I like movies. So for them to do it in real life, in real time, like, I don't take none of this shit like to heart. Like, it don't fucking bother me. Like, so when fucking Elon Musk is on Twitter, like talking shit to what's his the fucking president? Nah, he not the president. Bernie. Like, he be going in on Bernie sometimes. That shit be funny. Like, so I'm cool with all of this shit. Like, I don't judge. I try not to judge people, but like when people like try to say what I'm doing is like wrong and like evil, like that's what they always said about me. Like literally, my older brother used to always say like, "Kenneth, are you a demon?" And this was before I turned spiritual. Like they used to always say shit like that. So I'm like, shit, maybe I am. Maybe I'm not the good guy. Like, why try to fucking be the good guy? Because when I was trying to be the good guy, I was in church. I was trying to die and make it to heaven. I wasn't trying to live. Like, I wasn't trying to be successful on this earth because the Bible says a rich man is like it's hard to make it into heaven. Like, so, like, and there's plenty of other shit about like a wealthy man and his material, but it's not about the materials for me. Like, the wealth is for like for to be left here with my generation to come. Like, so, like the way the Bible opposes being wealthy, being rich, and being successful. Like, as a Christian, you supposed to just follow orders, pray every day, talk to God every day, worship Him every day. That's what you supposed to do, not me. Like, and you supposed to hope, and when you die, you don't go to hell. So my beliefs is a lot different. So, but there's nothing wrong with people's beliefs. You gotta you gotta believe in something, right? So seven, if your beliefs and your shit is working for you, that's what you're supposed to be believing in. You supposed to not let a person like me who thinks different from you make you think different. Like, so I commend you for like staying strong to your beliefs. But if you start questioning your beliefs after you get off this live, like then yeah, that's another story. I do that to a lot of people. I change their beliefs. I shake up everything they was taught up until they met me, and then like they started questioning life, and like they start having epiphanies. They start having that self awakening, that spiritual awakening when they meet me. So that's one of the gifts I got. Though. Yeah, I could talk to spirits, but yes, I can influence people to think different. That's why I like the government to be scared of somebody like me. Cause for one, you can't trick me with no motherfucking money and like try to make me like do something that ain't right. And like my beliefs cannot be for like I'ma stand 10 toes on what I believe in. Cathedral, the Pope deemed himself Holy Father says he is the way to speak to God. See, everybody can't talk to the Pope, right? So, and you know how when things go through different people, how the word always gets mixed up. if anything, the Pope will go to hell because of mankind. The Pope is supposed to be the sacrifice, right? Right? Because he's the one. So that means like for all human mankind sin, like that man got to go to hell, right? Because they damn sure ain't just saving nobody. Devil's Playhouse, man, this shit fun, right? The Devil's Playhouse is fun. Like for me, like knowing like the secrets to my life and like what works for me, my life is pretty fun, except for when I get down in health. But like overall, I love my fucking life. Like so, even though I still don't want to stay here forever, like I still would want to transfer my consciousness into no fucking chip. Like fuck it, when it's time to go, I'm ready to get about this bitch because I know I can go somewhere else. I just read about the Pope. I ain't read. I just kind of seen an article about the Pope asking for forgiveness or something like that. See, I'm fucking it up because I'm like, I seen something and I'm trying to say it what I thought I seen, but it ain't gonna come out how I exactly said. So what I seen or what I thought I seen, or not thought I seen, but what I can interpret, what I can remember, like he was asking for forgiveness basically because all the fucked up that's in the Catholic Church, like all them pedophiles and shit. Like basically he gotta come to God and ask God to like, hey, forgive these motherfuckers. Oh, so yeah, you seen what I'm talking about, see? I probably didn't say it completely right, but I seen something. The government already involved. Like literally, the government is already involved. When you get up to them higher fucking levels, you already been compromised because for one, they're not gonna put nobody in a position who they can't control. Like so, if they can't control a pope, like they not gonna let him be the pope. Like so, I believe the pope that shit a conspiracy theory too. Like shit, you can't tell me the motherfuckers ain't did no shit to get to that position. You can't tell me they ain't snake nobody out to get to that position, or not just snake, but they ain't got some shit in their closet that they hiding. Like so, even if they're the pope, the one that is communicates with God. Like, why they get that position? Why I ain't seen no black popes then? So you saying we ain't got that connection to source? I gotta go to through him to get that? I'm not a Catholic, so I don't believe none of this shit. Make sure y'all hit that like button, like if you haven't. I really appreciate it. But I see y'all like talking about conspiracy theories. I see that. I ain't gotta fucking do no clickbait type shit. But what about CIA? Oh, MK Ultra, that shit is real. Celebrities, I believe a lot of them is MK Ultra, and when they can't control them, wipe them out. Those celebrity Hollywood deaths, I believe, like, I mean, those suicides they be saying, or some, a lot of times they say a person had epilepsy. Like, I believe, like, that should be staged. But MK Ultra, yeah, the maturing candidate with Denzel Washington, like, that was just one thing. But I didn't read things upon MK Ultra. Like, I didn't search some places like on the dark web where I didn't seen some shit and I'm like, oh shit, like I done read some shit on the like some books that was supposed to be banned. Like shit, they be man, I'm one of them people. Like don't hide nothing from me. Like literally, you can't hide nothing from me. I'm gonna go search for it. So but the CIA, yeah, they've been using MK Ultra since what the 50s. A lot of celebrities are either possessed or they're real shapeshifter lizards. So you don't believe there's some good ones out there? But how you know you ain't talking to no shapeshifter in me? Like literally. How you know I can't transform into a different person where I may look the same but I'm talking different? So you just gotta tap in with yourself. Like so me, I conspiracy theories, they cool and all. Some of them 100% I believe is true. That's why they call it a conspiracy theory, so people can believe, oh, it's fake. Like, so most of the like aliens, that used to be a conspiracy theory. Now we know that shit is true. Like shit, I done seen motherfucking UFOs, and ever since I had that fucking vivid ass dream of me being sucked up into a motherfucking UFO, like I know I might be an alien myself. I never seen that in person. But who's to say if people ain't hiding themselves though? Like, so to say if I have ever came across a person like, I probably have. Like I live in Vegas, so ain't no telling. Like I believe like they put all the shit, like whatever's gonna happen in the world, I believe they put it in movies right before it happens. Like every single time. Like so this pandemic when that happened, they dropped what, Hobbs and Shaw, right? That movie was about a virus. This woman like implanted herself with the virus. First she kissed the rock and then she spit in Idris Elba's face. Both of them was two of the first people that caught it. Idris Elba was the first black person I know that they said caught it. Like, and he got spit in his face in the movie which he had this virus, right? Like, so like, they've been doing that for years. Like all these in-game movies. Exactly. Man, that dream was like I felt myself like I could still feel it now, like how vivid that dream was. Like feel myself being took up into a UFO. Like so, it could have been real life where they just made me think it was a fucking dream, like low key, like because I Vegas Area 51 is probably like a couple hours away from here, like so you'll see if you live in the mountains, right? Because that's what Vegas is surrounded by. You'll see fucking UFOs just flying by, like and you can tell because they don't blink. Sometimes like they'll stay stagnant for like a bit, like but they there, like so. Shit, they been here for like since we've been like since humans been here. Like, yeah, I already know it probably wasn't a dream. Like, that's just how I'm interpreting it. That's because like that's what my that's the subconscious mind. So like the convoluted universe, the book that I was talking about, like when she talk about aliens and all that. Like we gonna listen to that. I need to charge my tablet. Like we probably gonna tap in with that book. Like cause that talks about past lives. It talk about Atlantis, Lemuria, like shit, Egypt, like just all of that shit. And the book is like 24 hours long, but we not gonna like listen to do it 24 hours straight like I did the 48 Laws of Power. But we probably could, honestly, if I don't get copyrighted by playing that book. Yeah, it's an audio book. No problem. And then it's like five of those too. It's like the author name is Dolores Cannon. Like for anything if you can't like remember the convoluted universe, but Dolores Cannon, Dolores Cannon. Like so, she passed away, but like her like she got some videos on YouTube, like so you could like watch, hear her talk on and speak on YouTube. But she was a hypnotherapist, where she would like hypnotize people to tap into their subconscious, and your subconscious remembers everything, like from past lives, futures lives, like not even just past lives, but like who your soul really is. Like so, that book is deep. And it lets you know like this shit is not no conspiracy theory. None of this shit. It's a fucking the convoluted universe. It's most of it's telling you like that shit is like I listened to two of them so far, like all the way through. Like so that's over damn near 50 hours of like book time. That's where Hollywood came up with. Did you know like she talks about shit like that too in the book? About like how in Atlantis they were so fucking far advanced where they were manifesting humans with animal bodies. So when you look at fucking Egyptian fucking when you look at Egyptian fucking gods, they're fucking, this is Anubis, a fucking dog with a fucking, it's crazy you mentioned that. I keep him in my car, like make sure I don't get in no accidents. Protection. See? This shit is all live, right? I did not know none of you was gonna say anything about dog-headed people. House. I pull up like, hey, it's cool, house. At least I ain't hop up off this mug. Hey, we was kind of diving in on reptilians. I talk, like I said, I had talked to one. The messages is still on my Facebook, like so. He was diving into how he was Judas in his past life and he betrayed Jesus and it was the mission. Like it was supposed to be that way. Like so how much he like revealed to me, I'm like, oh shit, like ain't nobody gonna be willing to say I was Judas in my past life. Nobody. So for this guy to tell me that and for me to know who I was, like in my like just overall, I've been here like 18 different times and I know those lives. So like for him to say I was Judas, I was sent here to betray Jesus and I'm a reptilian, I'm like, yeah, I believe you. Mandela effect is real as fuck. My favorite one is motherfucker. What is it? Can't even think of the name now. Fucking Tom Hanks. Life is like a box of chocolate. Can't even remember the rest because they fucked it up, right? They be doing shit like that just to fuck with people. Let people know like parallel universes is real. Parallel universes are real as fuck. Like so, you got another life where seven, you woke as fuck. You ain't even no Christian. Like literally, that's how parallel universes work. Like so, whatever like huge choices you ever made or whatever things you experienced, traumatic experiences, there's a fucking universe, parallel universe where that shit played out. Like fucking, they be putting that shit in the Marvel, DC. They be doing that shit with Flash. That's why I love the show Flash. And I'm a Marvel fan. Infinite universe. I'm telling you, infinite. So your mind, your soul, after it dies after the flesh dies, you can go wherever the fuck you want. But some people don't know they're limited to Earth. That's why they keep reincarnating. I keep reincarnating to wake people up. That's my job. Like so, this is my last rodeo. Like so, I'm gonna be out this bitch when I'm gone. That's why I said I don't want to live forever. What the fuck I want to do that for? Infinite number of universe. I probably have a hard ass fucking choice trying to see where I'm gonna go next. True, true. Ain't no telling if white Tupac be like, would that be changed into? But it's a white Tupac out there. Like literally, it's a parallel universe where there's a fucking white ass fucking Tupac, probably still alive today. Like so, I believe in that shit like that. I'm telling you, I tapped in. Like meditation is fucking important. Like as far as self, like if you want to know yourself, tap in with yourself, meditate. If you can't do it the first time, keep fucking trying till you fucking do it. Get on YouTube and try type in guided meditation, and you can fucking it'll work. But then why not create your own? That was what I was on next actually, Caesar. I was telling myself, I'm like, fuck it. If I do this one, not if, because I'm doing it right, I can create my own fucking world. I can create my own fucking reality. But at the same time, as a God, do I want to play in my own fucking game? God ain't coming down here and playing this mother. He ain't no human. Why God ain't experiencing this fucked up ass reality? Like so, I'm like, man, if I was to create my own shit, would I want to be enjoying it? Like, probably not. I mean, but then again, I don't know. But for to be infinite number of universes, who's to say I haven't created some already that I'm just trying to go back home to? Like so, fucking psychedelics though, like that it'll teach you some stuff. Oh yeah, he definitely an actor. He definitely 100%. That's why I never truly gave Tupac his respect like everybody else did because I see him as an actor. Like so, Nip Nipsey Hussle. Now that's a whole different story. That even though Nipsey acted in like a couple movies, but one of his movies that he played in was based around his life. So, but he was not no actor. Like so, somebody I bet you how fucking Will Smith did that Nipsey slap. Like when Nipsey slapped the fuck out of that dude at the BET Awards, they said Nipsey was proud as fuck of Will Smith. Like shit, he probably right too. Nicki definitely programmed like that MK Ultra got her too. I was mad as fuck, right? She married a nigga named Kenneth Petty, and Kenneth is my first name, right? And his background, cause I don't know, but his background is like shaded. So I'm like, what the fuck? You would marry a nigga named Kenneth? Like so, yeah, most Kenneths I know is a grimy. Like I don't know too many of them, but Kenneth Supreme, like, was a grimy nigga. Like so, Kenneth Petty, his background is seems to be kind of grimy. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like, damn shit. I am seen as the bad guy sometimes. Exactly. So I done took probably in my lifetime, I did LSD twice, and I probably did shrooms 4 times. So I ain't did no other psychedelics. But weed has took me on some like trips too, like low key. But fucking psychedelics made me fucking want to rethink, like reshape my whole fucking life. Telling you, the first time I did that trip on LSD, it really tripped me up in life. Like, really tripped me. I want to try DMT too. Like, I heard it's only like one of them like 10 minutes, but it seemed like eternity. So I'm like, I want to try that one. Cause that motherfucking LSD, that should be feeling like a whole 12 hours, if not longer. Especially shrooms. I did a shroom tea, and I was gone. Like I was high 8 hours straight with a real fucking trip. I came off my high watching Squid Games, like literally. So when I was still on shrooms, the fucking TV show was talking to me, like so. It was like a crazy ass trip. That's the trip. The last shroom tea trip I did, like I experienced being every fucking thing, like the trees, the ground, the fucking earth, and all birds. I experienced it all. Like so that just let me know I was just part of something bigger. Like I'm part of the all. Like that's the God. All. That's it. Like it's not no he, she, like spirit is energies. Like that's it. Like so I can't say it's a Squid Games on shoes. I didn't even know Squid Games was like that. My wife put it on. Like so. But I started tripping when they was pulling the fucking they were doing the tug of war. That's when they started talking to me. Like so I, bro, I had the whole cup. Like usually people share with a couple, I mean, group of people, and I fucking drunk the whole cup, not like just not thinking. And that shit kicked in 30 minutes, and I was high 8 hours straight, and I was fucking a vivid fucking trip like the whole time, like, bro. And what the TV was saying to me, they was like, cause me, they know how I think, like my ancestors. I seen it as my ancestors talking to me on my trip. So they was like, man, he got to experience everything on this trip because if he don't, he gonna try it again. Like so, in the deepest parts of my mind, that's what I was trying to go, like trying to explore, and it was like I was experiencing some scary ass shit. Like so, good on the fucking shroom tea. Like shit, I tried shroom like one more time after that, but it wasn't on shroom tea. Like it was probably was less than a gram. Like so, I ain't even gonna lie. Let the download begin. It definitely was a true download. Like so, I say I can't say I was peaking at the tug of war part because that whole fucking day, like I had took it during the daytime, like, and it lasted like through the night. Like, so somebody got killed that night, right, in my neighborhood, and like the police knocked on my door. So before the police knocked on my door, I'm tripping, thinking the police was gonna knock on my door because I was high, like on shrooms. Like, so I had that experience, and then when the police did knock on my door, like they was just kind of questioning me about did I know what happened. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't know what happened. But the dude who got killed, right? Every day I would see him walking while I walk my dog, and like I would always like think, hey, he reminds me of Mozzie. He's just a short version of Mozzie. Like, so I think the day before he died, like I had a thought about him. I'm like, damn, so when he did pass, like the shroom took me there. Like literally, I heard the gunshot, and I didn't even know I heard a gunshot, but I heard it on my trip, and it was like just part of the fucking vision that I was experiencing. So, hey, definitely make them that tea. It's fucking, ooh, humble you real quick. Man, I'm telling you, like, cause I was thinking about it, it was like I manifested that shit on my trip, but it was like I ain't gonna lie, I see shit before it happens. Not all the time, but overall in my life, I see things happen way before it happens. So like when it do, I'm not surprised on it. But that fucking trip when that police, oh my god, like that brought me down. Like literally, that brought me down off my fucking high when that police knocked on my door. And I'm like, oh, yep, I'm not fucking doing no shroom tea no more. Literally. My wife was trying to tell me, like, hey, eat the shrooms too. Like, because when you tea, like, you don't eat the shrooms after. I mean, I guess if you want to be way higher, but literally, I just drunk the cup and I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm going to just throw this shit away because, like, I'm not even about to tempt myself, like, any extra. Like, so that first LSD trip and that shroom tea, those is like the two biggest trips I ever experienced. And like my wife, the first time, like she was watching, damn, I forgot the show, but that shit fucking I couldn't hear that. I couldn't watch that show again after that shit. Like, 'cause that shit, psychedelics, like, would tear you apart and like put you back together, so to say. Only if you want to though, like, cause some people like they be tripping and they be all fucking seeing unicorns and shit. Like, that ain't my shit. My shit kind of dark. Yeah, like that lets me know like I opened some fucking doorways. Like, am I like I'm literally like some people say they're a light worker, but I work better in the dark. I don't know what it is. So the shit I talk about, it ain't for like everybody be like, oh yeah, he's right. People gonna oppose what I believe in. Like off the strength of like shit. Y'all love the hero. Y'all love the good guy. I used to try to be a good guy, but I was low key a fucking bad guy. Literally, when I was in church, right? I was a Christian. I was sinning the most, cheating, lying, like, and I was always asking God to forgive me too. But I was at the same time like, hey, God, you made me this way, so obviously. But once I left church and like it was like I realized that was a test in my life, and all this shit was just tests, and it wasn't like I was supposed to be in church. Like I was able to get over that. Like, so I'm telling you, like I had to leave church to get my fucking to find God. Some people go to church to find God, like because that they don't have nothing to start with. Me, I was born into that. Like I didn't have no choice to be a Christian. So like I had to leave and go get another experience. So this ain't about conspiracy theories. I see y'all just like up. Let me go. You talking about that Christian shit again. But yeah, what's some more conspiracy theories? I know y'all know a few. Like, don't be ashamed to say like what you think is true. Cause that's what you are. That's the only thing you saying when a person says a conspiracy theory. They just saying, hey, this is low key what I believe in, but I'm calling it that so people think it's fake. Like, so it's not really true. It's sort of like mythology. Like people don't think Zeus and fucking Ra and Osiris is real. People don't think Anubis is real, but yeah, you see I got a statue, right? But as you can see, like The way I operate and the way my life is set up, like shit is synchronicities. It's all synchronicities. I hope time travel. Yeah, I be time traveling. Like that's what I'm saying. Your imagination, your mind is so powerful if you use it. Meditation is so powerful because you can time travel. I went to my younger self, like, and I went to different past lifetimes. Like, so I visited my older self. Like, and literally, I remember, like, in one of my meditations, I went to the future where I just sat with my older self and I had a full conversation in the airport. Like, but of course, you're talking about, like, literally, like, the movie Time Travel, like, physical body. Like, hey, I mean, shit, I believe that shit is real too. Why you think they got Antarctica's like closed off? Like, it's probably portals in that area where shit you could just go to another place instantaneous. I hope that shit don't be too loud. Freaking, oh, yeah, ability. Yeah, like so. Like I said, yeah, I believe in time travel for sure. Will I ever be able to physically time travel? I don't know, but it's just as real as me going in my head, right? Like, what's the difference? Like, I'd rather be without flesh, right? Ain't that how? If you didn't have no flesh, you wouldn't have to worry about pain, sickness, none of that shit. So because I didn't visit in physical, does that makes it fake? No. Hey, tell you, you got past lives that's dying for you. I said past lives, but you got fucking parallel universes that's dying for you, taking a bullet for you. Shit, when you survive some shit, it's a parallel universe where that shit went the opposite way. I'm telling you, like so. When you believe shit like that, hey, shit'll always work out for you. That's what I try to do every night though. That's why I keep my blunt though. Because I don't want shit to be just surface level. And conspiracy theories like the shit that could take shit deep. Sometimes deeper than what it really need to be, right? But if you can swim, then you in this fucking lie right now. The people who can't swim that can't take this too deepness, they leave. Like so to know like there's 6 people that I can see that's in here, like that's good enough for me. Shit, what the fuck? People think, oh, I need 1,000 people watching me. I need millions of views. No, all you need is like one person technically to watch you and be impacted what you got to say. I astral project multiple times. Like accident wise, I didn't probably astral projected like right before I fell asleep. Right before I fell asleep, I astral projected through meditation. I astral projected. Oh, is your ego and your soul ascends through parallel. To answer your question, wait, hold on, let me read that again. What do you think about experience? Like, why by chance are you experiencing this here? Is your ego and your soul ascends through parallel universe? Usually, when I experience things like a fucking astral projection, like unpurposely, it's because I've been asking for it. Like, literally, I never get it when I won't immediately ask for it, but that shit is gonna come immediate. I mean, whenever. Sleep earlier. I think my daughter was just talking about that. And it was just on a TV show. My wife been watching this show called The Hunted, and it had some sleep paralysis, but it was demons. I never experienced that though. Can't speak on nothing I haven't experienced, but for my daughter to say she has experienced it, but she didn't see nothing holding her. She just felt held down. Sometimes people could see the shit. So, Now, who's to say I might experience motherfucking back in the house? Who's to say I won't experience some paralysis because we just talked about it? Even though I'm not asking for the shit, some things I don't ask for. When I was a child, see, when you a child, you're pure, right? When you come back here, your spirit is like still attached to the spirit world, like way more than the fucking it is like to the human world. You're not programmed yet. But as you get older, like your parents start to program you, teachers, books, TV, fucking music, then you lose the attachment to the spirit world and like the fucking your gifts. So when you tap in, you get to get those gifts back. Yeah, I don't feed nothing fear. Hey, yeah, then imagine some shit just popping up in front of you. We talking about all the ones, like shit, whatever you could think of. If you say conspiracy theory, we didn't talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Like literally, I see shadows all the time. Some people seeing the shadow behind me, but that's just my good friend Bob. They could be aliens. They could be spirits too. Like shit, angels, demons, whatever. Like literally, there's multiple energies on this planet that you can't see with your two eyes. Like so. Shout out to Nicodemi. Have you tried tea? What is tea? I've seen like I always been like, have I tried to pray? I have tried praying like when I was a Christian, but everything that I used to pray for, somebody else used to get it. Like literally, when I was at church as an adult, like when I was in the military, the Marines, like I feel like when I was first got into boot camp, when I caught pneumonia and I was about to die, I started reading the Bible every single day, and it helped me, right? By the time I got out the military, I was going to church faithfully Sundays, Tuesdays on Bible study, Saturday prayer, like and like everything that I prayed for, the bishop would get it. Like the person, the head of the church, they got it. So I stopped praying because I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't about to pray and somebody else get it. So I just started manifesting using the law of attraction. So if I pray, I'm just having a conversation. The inner earth is not an original conspiracy. Any angels? Yep, that's me. Talking about conspiracy theories, right? Have you seen Sacred Gear? Let's see. Yep, I have. Like when I did the fucking that wasn't the shroom tea trip. But it was one of my shroom trips. I seen sacred geometry when I closed my eyes, like so. Didn't know what it meant, but I know I seen it. But another conspiracy. Well, it's not a conspiracy. I know it to be. Can't say it's true because I haven't seen it with my two eyes, right? But underground, underground cities. Yeah, I seen that similarity too with JFK and Lincoln. That's how I know this shit is scripted, right? I'm getting over this cold because I came back from Indiana. Like so. Oh yeah, cough drops. Exactly. 2022, I've gotten like down on my health like 3 times already, almost 4 times. Like, what the fuck? But it's been going pretty well for me, so like I ain't gonna complain. I gotta take the good with the bad, right? Yes, we are going in the loop. Yep, I do believe that, Caesar. What cording on which string? What are you cording on which string? No, I don't think it was a string. It just came back from a different change of weather. You said nuclear bombs aren't real. They actually direct energy weapons. I mean, I know they like playing with shit like that's in Marvel, but you got to be like top secret. Sex are illegal due to them being mind experience. I think that's why it's illegal, because it definitely enlightened me some psychedelics. So they don't want everybody fucking tapping into psychedelics because it can make you think on a whole nother level. So it's another form to keep people stagnating, to say, hey, if you do this, some bad shit is gonna happen. Like the CIA was experiencing with LSD and shit, like back in the 50s, back in the 60s. They know what it do for you. So of course they don't want the world getting their hands on it. See, look, you just mentioned Charles Manson. Like, yeah, he had a mission, right? You know, people were, yeah, but you can't stop like people waking up and questioning things. Like that's one thing you can't do. You can't stop a spiritual awakening, because people don't. Yeah, people. We always heard there's a spiritual war going on. Like, just know, like the elite, they're not winning. Like against like that spiritual war. Like, cause how you gonna fight something you can't see? It was like when God went against Pharaoh. He took Pharaoh's first son. Pharaoh couldn't do nothing to harm God, because how you gonna fight something you can't see? Tesla claimed to use the prototype ones. It was too dangerous. Did he kill somebody? Is that why they the Death Ray and Star Wars? Is that what they was talking about? I know in fucking Marvel, when they talk about Steve, not Steve, but Howard Stark, which is Iron Man's dad, they talking about Howard Hughes. Like, so they're references real people. Like, they're giving them a name, a different name. Damn. Exactly. Like, what the fuck? That's why solar, everybody getting solar out here. Like, shit, the fuck you charging for some electricity? And this shit is free. But water is free. Rent should be free. Like, what the fuck? Why is we paying for rent? Door strip placing. But that's what all, like, when it comes down greedy, people always are greedy. It don't even be about money, like, cause in Atlantis they wasn't greedy over money. They was greedy, like, cause they had the information, they had the knowledge. They just took it as far as they fucking could and destroyed the whole fucking Atlantis. And I'm like, that's why I sunk in today, cause motherfuckers got too greedy on power and like just destroyed everything. That's why Thoth, one of the first gods of fucking Egypt, or Tahuti, like he came from Atlantis. So he helped build those pyramids. That's what they say. Aliens helped build the pyramids. And you can only fight what you can't see. That's not much. I need to research that house. I mean, the way you fight what you can't see is by protecting yourself spiritually, energy wise. Like, cause you can call on God and Jesus all you want, but that don't stop you from like hitting your toe on the fucking bed, right? Like, yeah, that's what I want to know. But he's saying Tesla. Tesla was here in the 1900s, so is that why fucking Hitler was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm about to go to war with you, motherfuckers." Oh yeah, they definitely took that knowledge, but they gave it back. Like it's on YouTube. You can find it. It's free. It's in all the books. Like so, yeah, they took it for themselves to learn themselves. They didn't take it to hide it from us, honestly, because that's why it's been exposed. Like anybody can fucking research all this shit. Like their real history. You don't. Most black people start with slavery, bro. We've been here like 25,000 years prior before this shit. I just watched a movie. I ain't finished it, but the Kingsman, the new Kingsman movie. It was talking about how Russia and them was going to war. That was in 2021. Once again, they be putting all that shit in movies. Like that's what I'm like. People be wanting to live forever. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit is kind of expensive. You ain't even gotta be like living like a luxurious lifestyle, and the fucking life is still expensive. Like so, man. When I pass away, I'm gonna be fucking happy as fuck. I want people to celebrate my passing. I'm not gonna do nothing to take myself out early. I'm just do my mission till it's my time to go. Like so, and shit. Once I'm gone, I'm gonna be way more powerful. Like shit, doing pop ups and shit. That's a predictive program. That movie crazy as hell. See, I forgot what movie I just talked about. Oh, Kingsman. I remember it, but I didn't fucking. I felt I definitely wasn't paying attention. I just put that on, but I seen the shit. But it every time I looked at the screen, it was catching my eye. Exactly, death is transition. Most people think it's just transition to heaven and hell. It is not. Yep, like so. That shit is all scripted. It's cool. It's to make money. I understand. I'm not mad. I'm not affected by it. Yeah, gas went up, but so did my pockets went up too. Like so, what the fuck? This shit, inflation happens every year. Low key, inflation happens every fucking year. Like so, for me to understand that and to know that, like I know, like I always got to be working to like make sure I don't get left behind. Like middle class is a place you really don't want to be. Like I've experienced middle class. Like shit, I'm trying to get out of middle class, low key, but I've experienced being poor too. Like so, when I was poor, I was able to get food stamps, WIC, all this free shit. But middle class, you got to pay for everything. And since I'm a business owner and I don't fucking got a job, like I gotta do this shit myself. Shout out Rude Boy. I don't know why the fuck I just said that like that. It's but this shit like, but just imagine though over time the shit went from like $1 to like now where we at now. Like so, the motherfuckers had some motherfucking jumps and increases. I think 2008, like when that fucking uh, crisis, that financial crisis hit, the motherfucking gas prices went up too. Like so, but I wasn't really driving around that time, so I wasn't really giving a fuck anyway. So even though I was 18, I didn't. I was not. I never looked at the cared about the gas honestly, cause I just know I fucking had to get some gas. Like so, it ain't no point in me fucking complaining, cause it was sometimes where I only had $5 to fill up the tank, and it was sometimes where I could fill up the whole tank. Like so, it's either I got the money to do it or I don't. That's why Tesla, like that's a money maker. Everybody about to get their steps in this year. I remember those times too. But now, $20 only gives me a quarter tank, if that. man. But it's gonna go back down eventually, of course. But still, like, you still gotta spend that same amount of money that you had in your pocket when the shit was this high. That's the same amount of money you'll have when the shit go back down. Like, so really, how much really is it affecting you? Yeah, you got to go to the gas station way more. But still, like, more people they're working from home too. Like, so is it really affecting them? Damn, $2. That was lovely. Now what they at? Like, we all at like, I know because we in Vegas we at 540, 545. Like, so I know Cali, like, shit, it's higher than us. But I know I was back home in Indiana where the shit was like 430 and shit. I'm like, man, this is the regular for us. So that's why I said I don't really give a fuck about the gas prices because our shit always high. Like, especially me coming from, I lived in North Carolina for 7 years. I lived in Indiana for damn near 18 years. Like, and I've been in Vegas for like the past 4 years. So, like, I've been fucking changing gas prices my whole fucking life. Like, so, shit really don't fucking matter. But like I said, I'm making more money, so I ain't complaining. But it has to be paid towards fucking gas. It gotta be paid towards food. So even though I'm making more money, that money has to be fucking spread still. Like, so I'm like, the goal is to get so far ahead of this shit. Like, I don't have to, like, I mean, even though I can pay my bills now and I'm good, I still got money. I want to be having, so when I pay the bills, like, that's not even a fraction of like my income. Like, so that's what I'm working towards. And that's what everybody else should be working towards, right? Like, shit. So that's why I'm on YouTube, because that's another source of income, especially if I'm doing it every day. Like, so what y'all see now, like my lives and my likes and my the people that's in here. When I started live streaming in January every day, well, I've been skipping a few days because of my health, but I only had like 1 or 2 people in here. Now it's like consistently been like 10, 11 people. Like, and my likes has been up, so I'm like, shit. If I just keep doing this, it's just gonna keep going up. So why? Because I was watching people on YouTube every fucking day. Like, so I'm like, man, I'm getting other people paid. Let me fucking get myself paid. And I'm handsome, so I can look at myself and talk. Like, shit, I got a more interesting and deep conversation than half the people that's on YouTube. Like, so somebody want to hear it. It may not be for everybody, but shit, this shit working for me. So the conspiracy theory lane, like, shit, that's a lane, like, that's cool. Like, I can talk about, because I went down that rabbit hole a few times. I just want my own spot of family goes. Take it from me. I'll stay out the way. No. See, I created my own family. I have 7 children. I got my wife. Like, that's my family. Like, yes, I got 4 other siblings, and rest in peace to my little sister, but and I still got a mom, but that's the family I was born into. I didn't have no choice for that family. Like, so I definitely had to get out that rabbit hole. That shit is not cool. No rabbit hole. I don't care how fucking interesting that shit is. Like, you want to get out that rabbit hole. You want to evolve past that level. 7 is blessed for the simple fact, like, she stood for her beliefs. Like, and that's I don't. I said she. I don't even know if it's she. But 7 will be blessed because, like, getting back down. So I don't got no problem with somebody having different beliefs than what I got. Like, shit, that just showing you, like, how stand up of a person that 7 is. But I do know what I do. I know what my job is. It's to spark people's minds. So even though 7 stood up for themselves on the live, like, what are they internally thinking? Oh yeah, I procreate because I. Oh, you wasn't even mentioning the 7. I forgot I was talking about my kids. I thought you was talking about the 7 of the person who came in. You talking about myself. Yes, that's true. You know, a movie inspired me more even about my kids. Like I just watched King Richard, and I just seen how like he had a plan for his girls and like he succeeded. Like so, like I got 7 kids to experiment to see, hey, who want to be what? Like who want to be the president? Who want to be a basketball? What y'all want to do? Like, cause we gonna go full throttle in what y'all want to do. Like I'm not gonna force my kids to do nothing they don't want to do. Like so, I got 7 kids. I know one is gonna like be way big, like just gonna be what I can't even imagine. Cause I know like your kids are supposed to outshine you. Like, so I'm just trying to make this shit hard as fuck for them. Like so, my son right now, my oldest son, he'll be 13 on the 19th of this month. He's already 5'8". Like so, he's taller than me already. He already made his elementary basketball team. His his middle school don't got a basketball team, so he's not playing. But he what I wanted to do in elementary and the height I wanted, he got. So I'm like, shit, he already outshining me if he gonna take the basketball route because I wanted to play basketball. I was just short. That's the way to be. I've been told what to do my whole life. That's me. I always gave like put my dream first. Like fuck what you talking about. But people, I did go down the path of people saying, hey, you should do this because you'll be successful, and I did that. So I went into the Marines on my own. Of course, I had my kids on my own, but shit, a lot of shit choices I made for myself, and then there's a lot of choices I made that was based on somebody saying, "Hey, you should do this." So a lot of times I was led wrong, a lot of times I was led right. But I realized me now as a 32, I'm not about to let nobody like choose like my destiny. I got control of my destiny. Like so, I'm not about to let nobody. I don't care how much money you got to offer, control my destiny. Like, and that's what a lot of celebrities do. That's what a lot of like not just celebrities, but people in general, they give up their destiny and let somebody else control it because for a check. Like so, fuck that shit. I done made 6 figures on my own, like without fucking help. I got a brother that's fucking M's up, and I didn't ask him for a fucking dime. Like so to say like I got my subscribers on my own, 27,000 subscribers without no fucking shout out from my brother. Like, do you know? Like, I already know what I can manifest. Like, so 6 figures plus on my own, got my YouTube up on my own. Like, it's like I could do everything on my own. Like, cause I seen him do it. So one thing about having hella options though, like it makes you stagnant and like choosing something. That was always my biggest thing. Like I always knew I was multiple, like talented in so many areas of my life, and I'm like, man, I was stagnant because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like so, you need to narrow it down to like what you love the most. Me, I love to talk. Like literally, I love to have deep ass conversations, like on the daily. So most of the time, I don't got nobody to talk to who got as much time as me. So I got live. I got YouTube. So this is my outlet. He's gonna hate. Keep going, bro. He's speaking over. Thank you, rude boy. Hey, you have you seen damn, what's the name of the show called? Top Shot? Fuck, it's about these guys in London, black guys in London, and like they like on some like I think it's called Top Boy. How often do you meditate a day? I try to meditate before I get on live, like every day. Like so, that's one part. But when I wake up, if I remember to meditate, I'm gonna meditate. Like throughout the day, whenever I just think to meditate, I'm gonna meditate. Like so, it'll be between 2 or 3 times a day. Like sometimes, like just on an average, I tell myself, hey, you ain't doing nothing. Just get in the present moment, because that's what meditation is about. It's about being in the present moment. So most people live their life thinking about the past, thinking about the future, thinking about other shit, but never in the present moment. I force myself to get in this mode. I force myself to meditate every day, just like I force myself to post videos every day. In the first 30 days of me like saying, Kenna, If you stay consistent, like your shit gonna pop. So for 30 days straight, I posted, and that was the first time I was consistent on YouTube in my whole trying to be a YouTuber. Like so, me being consistent has always worked out for me. I did that with meditation as well. I told myself, Kenneth, if you can get on YouTube every day, like you can watch a meditation video, 30 minutes out your day, you got that. I got all the hours in my day. Like so, I do whatever. Like I got time. I got so much time, and like what burdens me is I have too much time on my hands sometimes. Like, cause I decided like I ain't gonna ever work for nobody if it don't make sense. Cause I realize I'm my own like boss. Yes, I do. It's a 77 on my car right now, so I do pay attention to synchronicity numbers, angel numbers. So if you see 1111 a lot, or if you haven't, you'll start seeing it because I mentioned it. That's a synchronicity. That's an angel number. Research it. It's gonna like start popping up repeatedly. Not just 1111, but 222, 333, 123, 777, 666. Most people think 666 is a bad number because of the Bible. It's not. It's an angel number as well. Like so, most people don't think of that way. So me, I have that understanding. Like shit, everything ain't all bad. Everything ain't what they told me it is. Like shit, I had to go find my own fucking truth and find out what I truly believed in instead of what how my fucking. This is how I knew like my parents low key didn't know shit, right? I mean, not just didn't know shit, but I just realized they was liars overall. When they started with the fucking Santa Claus shit, the Easter Bunny shit. Not the Easter Bunny, because I never believed in that shit. But fucking Santa Claus, like that was like the first time I woke up to like these motherfuckers was lying. And then when I woke up and I left church, I'm like, man, I should have fucking learned my lesson, cause y'all fucking was preaching this bullshit with Santa Claus. Like so, not to say they're bad people, cause I love my Gigi to death. Like she's passed away, and like that's my guardian angel. Like she's with me right now. So, her being a Christian, like she understands like where I am in life. Like so, she don't take no offense. So yeah, I got Christian spirits around me. Literally, I have Christian people that's around me. My grandmother Johnson, like she was a minister in church. Like she took me to church every single Sunday. Like so, these spirits are around me because my energy is pure. Like most people got that negative energy. They think negative thoughts all day, so they manifest negative bullshit. Me, most of the shit that I manifest in my life is positive. And even the bad things that do happen in my life, there's always a reason for it. Like literally, every time I deem something as negative happening in my life, a couple days later I'll see what was the reason it happening. Like so, there's no bad things that happen. They all happen for a fucking reason. Like so, me understanding that, I'm like, shit. No matter what the fuck I go through, it's supposed to happen. Like so, I have that positive mind only. That's my affirmation on the daily. Positive minds only. Like so, the videos I post, it may not be quote unquote all positive. Shout out Bobo C or Boba C. I be fucking up pronunciations and shit. But shout out to you for coming through. But yeah, I fuck up. I fuck up in life. Like shit, I ain't perfect. Even though my nickname is Mr. Perfect, that's because I'm working on to being my best self. Like literally, Mr. Perfect means like I'm not trying to be like nobody else. I'm not trying to act like nobody else. I'm only trying to evolve into my highest self. Like so if I work on myself every single day, like I'm working to be perfect, right? I'm always trying to fix my flaws. So Mr. Perfect. Like so most people would get offended because I say I'm Mr. Perfect or like that's my nickname, but if you understand the meaning behind it, like at first it was just on some egotistical thing, but that was me as a teenager, like realizing, oh shit, I'm more than like just what like where I come from. Like my mom named me Kenneth L. Like literally that means handsome God. I'm not a Hebrew is I'm not we not Hebrew Israelites. My mom is a Christian. When she named me L, she was thinking about El DeBarge, the singer. Like so for her to name me El, which means God, and my first name is Kenneth, which means handsome, like I've always thought highly of myself. I was in a gang, we were the vice lords. So I always just thought super highly of myself. So this mindset first evolved like around negativity because that's where I was surrounded by. That's where I grew up in. Like, but look what it like. It was all meant for a reason. Like I was supposed to be a vice lord. I wasn't supposed to be a GD. That was against the disciple. Like I'm not a disciple. Like I'm under the God. Like the disciple is what I seen like with Jesus crew. Like and then they had Crips and Blood, but I'm from Gary. It was no Crips and Blood. Like so, handsome God, Vice Lord. What you expect? And like shit, I'm just not religious. Just think for myself, like so, and that's what gods do, right? Like even God in the Bible said there's multiple gods. So me knowing that I know I'm a god, I can create just like he can create. I can destroy this just like he can destroy. Like we got the same. Like what can I do, or what can't you do that God can do? Because if I'm not mistaken, the God in the Bible he gets jealous, he gets angry. Like one thing he don't have is fear, and that's why I don't fear. I don't have any fear because he doesn't have fear. Like so, I'm learning to be just like God. But yet he casted Lucifer down for trying to be like him. But that was like, oh, hey, I'm on the earth now. Like so, what the? Like, I'm trying to be more like Jesus. I ain't trying to be like God, low key. I'm trying to be more loving. I'm trying to be more caring and shit. Turn conspiracy theories just a way to hide evil beings with this little color. Hmm. I know what you mean. But we was talking about like aliens and shit too. Like so I don't know if that got nothing to do with like the evil beings and shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some aliens that's evil, but we got good aliens too. So but that term conspiracy theory or theorist or whatever, like it's meant to throw people off. Like that's I know what it is. It's meant to throw people off. Have you ever thought something, then later you thought turned into? Yes, I do that. It's called the law of attraction, manifestation. Like that's how my life works out. It's cool, Boba. Like that's cool. Literally, I see the future. Like I see my future by visualizing, by imagining. Like so, some shit turn out exactly how I pictured it, and some shit like it don't turn out how I exactly pictured it, but I still get what I wanted or what I thought. Like so, we manifest our thoughts on the daily. Most people just think negative thoughts all the time because they don't have control over their mind. Me, I learned to take control of my mind, allow no negative thoughts to penetrate, allow no negative thoughts to manifest in my head, and like my life is going pretty like good for me. Yes, I experience ups and downs, but that's life. If you get up to the top of Mount Everest, you can't stay there forever. You gotta come back down. How you come down, that's the way. That's the whole thing. Like so, or you can die at the top. Like so, me honestly, I'd rather get to the top and die. Like fuck coming back down. Like shit. What else I need? What else I need to see? Like, but that's just how I think. I want to do my, but I don't want to shoot to the top. I'd rather that shit take my whole life for me to get to the top, and then I like transition. But let me experience like being at the top. Like so, that's what I'm shooting for. Like, and not just being at the top, but just being my best self, being my highest self. Like, cause I'm not focused or trying like being on the top of what we at the top of at the end of the day. Like what's the top? Because you could be at the top of your own life. Like me, I'm in the best situation I've ever been. Like so, I'm at the top compared to what I've been through up until this point. Like so, some people they feel like their past was way better than what they had in life now, but that's the opposite for me. Like so, I feel like every day is a new day. I'm gonna get better and I'm gonna experience new and better things. Like so, that's why I try to stay out the loops because that LSD trip took me on a loop. That first one took I experienced at least 100 days in like that one fucking trip, like just repeatedly. Me waking up, using the bathroom on the toilet, sitting for like 30 minutes, and like getting back in bed, like just repeatedly the same shit. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta always try to do something different. Like, so me getting on YouTube every single day and not talking about the same shit, like shit, that's always something new. I'm gonna always somebody always gonna bring in some more information that I can learn from, and that's the whole thing. Like, shit, I want to be able to learn something new every single day. When it's I'm tired of learning, then I'm tired of being here. Like, but every day I want to be able to wake up and learn something new. Do you think that chupacabra is real? They got it from somewhere. All right, I believe like they got it from somewhere. If you ask me these questions, then that means you low key believe it too. Like, right? Ain't that what a conspiracy theory is? Like, the shit that people deem as a conspiracy, they low key think is the truth, but the whole world don't see it that way. Like, so if you was to tell people just about what you truly believed and you didn't tell them it was a conspiracy theory, they be like, this motherfucker off the rocker. Like with me, I like ain't no conspiracy theories around here. That shit is all facts. I mean, some shit is exaggerated, of course, but some shit is like just truth. Like, it's there to be seen like that to throw you off, or not throw you off, but certain individuals off. So, who's ever thrown off that? Like I said, they supposed to be thrown off. I never like literally told people I was like into conspiracy theories at all, cause I'm like, it's not. I could never say it was a conspiracy theory. Like, an elitist drinking adrenochrome and shit, like all that type of shit. Like, I seen too many videos where like the shit was fucking real. So there is the facts. KJ, that's my son name, like so. But my son wouldn't make no statement like that. But a lot of shit ain't no facts either. So most people, would God be considered a conspiracy theory? Because what's like, I mean, yes, you know something created this, but as far like, is God a man? How the fuck you know that? Not you, but how do people like know that? They said Jesus was white. Like, fuck, that's a conspiracy theory, right? Exactly. That's what I deem it as, like somebody just thinking outside the box. And that's what my shit is called. Positive minds only thinking outside the box. Like, so I've been doing this for like the past. Actually, I've been thinking outside the box my whole life, but I just finally started speaking my thoughts on the internet. Like, so now that's the case. More people get to see what I think, and like, some people don't like it, some people fuck with it, but shit, I'm just doing what I came here to do. But shit, y'all gonna make me watch some conspiracy theory. I think I wanna tap into like the flat Earth theory. That's what I wanna like see why they think that. I think it's I ain't gonna say I think it's like fully round, but like I think it's motherfuckers like circleish. Now I can't say I don't know if that's from programming or what, but I want to tap in and see why they think that. You looking too recently? Hmm, a new theory. I don't know, cause I don't be tapping into like conspiracy theories that much nowadays because I felt like that was a stage in my life when I just started going down all these different rabbit holes and like different conspiracy theories. But my biggest one just used to be the Freemasons. Like, here's a conspiracy theory. I don't know if it's true, but the Freemasons, to get to that top level, right? They give you this cross and they want you to step on it. It's the cross of Jesus Christ, and most people don't step on it. So the Freemasons or the people in the higher power or tell them, hey, you did the right thing. Hey, you won't go past this level. But the people who step on the cross, those are the ones who actually make it to the top. And it's all because like the cross is a fucking symbolism. It's not to be taken literal. It's a statue, basically. Like, so the people who truly knows that this has no fucking power, that statue has no power, like they are able to pass to basically the 33 Mason. So I'm not a Mason. Like, so me understanding, like, if I was a Mason, like, and they gave me the cross, like, I know to, like, I know how to pass the test, literally. Like, because I don't place value in a statue. Like, literally, I don't place the value in the statue. Like, it's plenty other crosses. Who know who made that fucking cross? Like, so to step on that, like, to make it to the next level, but most people, like I said, they don't know because obviously they made it to that point to take that test. They still wasn't like they didn't fully unlock it, and they'll never be able to like take that test again. Like, so I'm not trying to be no Mason, but like that's like that ain't no new theory I heard, but that was on some documentaries and stuff I read, like not read but seen shit like that. Like, so I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory, but who knows? Interesting to me. Most people don't realize shit. The power is within you. Like, it ain't nothing on the outside of you. It's you. Most people, here's the scary part. It's on you. For you to be successful in life or for you to fail, it's on you. It ain't on God blessing you because you was a good person. It ain't on the devil tempting you to be bad and to fail. No, this shit is on fucking you. So if you fail, like like you can't blame it on nobody but yourself. But we people do that. Humans do that. They point the finger, right? Like, so that's just human nature, I guess. Some interaction between the mental stability checks. What you mean by that, KJ? That's crazy me saying that and like just thinking about my son every time I say it, man. But to know he'll probably get older, like I said probably, he's going to get older, and because I've had so many conversations with him, like he'll be asking questions like that. Like he'll be speaking on that type of time, like so, and not just him, but like all my kids, like so to know like low key I'm training like different like geniuses and like people who probably gonna control this world one day. Like I'm supposed to have a lot of kids, like so 7 kids, like that's a fucking like you could take over the world with that. You was talking about the Freemasons conversation. Yeah, like I said, when I was in my early days, I wanted to be a Freemason, but that was like on some shit I heard. Then I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because if I got the same knowledge y'all got, and that's what y'all giving to the people, like it's knowledge of self, basically. Like I don't need nobody. Like you got to do some to get up in those ranks. Like yeah, you got to do some fucking rituals and like some fucking what is it called, humiliation rituals and shit. Like because they gotta have something on you, right? That's fine. I ain't gonna say all celebrities and fucking rappers and shit sold they sold. Shout out to 44B Dog coming through. But most of them, yeah, sold they sold and like they just came here to lead people on. And they be getting fucking low key humiliated in the fucking press by shit they be doing or shit that be happening in their life. It's to be to humiliate them, like so they can go to that next level, like so. I guess if you want to evolve, I'm like take that route, yeah, but that ain't what I want. I want to get that shit on my own. Nipsey Hussle showed me I can get this shit on my own. I don't need no handout or no shit. Yep. Some people's limits stops them from like selling their soul. Some people limit like fuck it, who gonna know? And if they do know, shit, everybody that's around me that's successful, they did it too. That's what it be like. Why a lot of these motherfuckers be willing to do some shit that they never thought they'd do because they see all they idols is in the same room. Like so, they like fuck it if they did it too. Who cares what the fucking world thinks about us when we looked at as highly? But most of the time, these celebrities hate their fucking life. They're broke. They're living a paycheck to paycheck, but yet they got a bunch of followers and shit like that. Like so, yeah. I don't chase fame. I don't want to be no celebrity. I just want my brand to grow Positive minds only, to where I ain't even gotta be on camera running this mug. Like shit. Who knows what it'll turn into? Exactly. So I could have took handouts easy. Literally, I could have been at 1 million subscribers easy if I just asked my like gathered my brother videos, like was like Puff all up in the video. Like shit, I could have like leached off, did the leeching thing, but that shit, who wants that? I mean, some people do. Like, of course, some people do, but I'd rather be self-made. Exactly, like so. 27, like I said, 27K on my own, without the shout out of my brother who got almost 9 million subscribers. Like, I'm, I'm good. Like shit, the fuck, 27,000 people subscribing to you. That's 27,000. That's bigger than some towns and shit. Like, bruh, that's a lot of fucking people for my own. Like, and not like getting no handout or nothing. So I'm already a success. I don't need to like reach millions of subscribers to be deemed successful when I did this shit on my own. Like so, it's like me being a musician and me being independent. I'm not gonna get these like numbers like the people that's own that's getting these numbers. Like so, I'm pretty gonna put money in my pocket. Exactly. Okay, Jay. Self-fulfilling prophecies begin with self. So I definitely fulfilled a lot of prophecies within my own life, like shit, within past lives, like shit. Even with my Gigi, she predicted like shit. I'm like fulfilling those prophecies, like so. Shit, just that's why I'm on my path. Like that's why I can't be distracted. That's why can't nobody make me change my beliefs and say, "Oh, you think negative? You got evil beliefs." Like nah, like shit. I know who I am. Like shit. Do you? Like, cause most of the time, people who come to me and they opposed to what I believe in is that they really shaky in their beliefs. Like so, said the spice must flow. That make me think of the Dune movie. I just was watching Beetlejuice today, right? And they had this sandworms basically. And that movie made me think of Dune. So when you just said that, that's what just came to mind. That movie. Both I advise people go watch the first one, like and then go watch the second one. I didn't really care about the second one like that, but I figured that's why I had thought about the movie and doing when you said it. Like I haven't seen it enough to me to know the lines of it, but the spice must flow. Like that just took me back to it. That movie got a lot of symbolism in it, a lot of shit in it. Like so, I be watching when I watch movies. Is lately I've been watching shit that ain't got really no, cause I watch what is it, Moon Knight on Disney. That got some shit to do with like Egyptian gods and shit. So like, of course I'm interested in that. But on some entertainment shit, I watched the Magic Johnson like basically TV show on HBO, and like that shit is like Beetlejuice got a lot of symbolism in it. Like so, the movies I watch be having meaning to it. Like the Kingsman, I have put that on. Moon Knight, it's honest opinion, right? Moon Knight, it was it got me in the end. Like I got more interested in the end of it. Like so, it started off like had me questioning, wondering like, okay, why is this like this? But it took them longer than what I expected. Like, but that was just the first episode. That's just the pilot. Like so, they only got one episode out right now. Is it the worth to watch? If you into Egyptian gods and shit, yes. If you're not, you don't give a fuck about that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Go watch that for real. Like so. But I watched the Kingsman. Well, I put it on. I ain't fully watch it, but that I'm pretty sure that got a lot of symbolism in it too. Like off the strength, like they was Russia was going to war with Germany and like somebody else. Like so, shit. Things that I be watching, I be trying to like see what they putting in it. Like, but I recently went to see Batman. That was pretty good. and I went to see fucking Uncharted. That was way better than Batman, low key. Like so, but I'm probably being biased because I love the game. But Uncharted, that movie, like I need to go see that again, low key. So I've been on a movie spree lately, I guess, because I have a lot of time on my hand. Like so, to fill my time, shit, I'm just putting on something to watch. But usually I avoid watching TV. Like I for years I didn't even cut on the TV. Like, don't listen to the radio. Like, don't listen or watch nothing that can program my mind. I fuck with the Eternals. Yep, that's a good one. So I need to watch that again. My daughter's name is Athena, right? So when she seen that and she heard Athena, that's her nickname. Like, so she was like, that. She's basically like super happy because they call her name or said her name. So I let her know she's a goddess. Yeah, that's true. That's why you gotta protect yourself spiritually. Like some people like just running through this life raw dog and this shit and they getting fucked. Like not knowingly. But I be fucking I be protecting myself. You said they call it a Tiamat. I know they called it Gaia. What's another one they called it? Uh but Gaia, that's more of Greek for what the Egyptians call Earth. I can't think of the name right now, but they all it's different names to it. But somebody mentioned Planet X though, and I don't think I said something on it. But I feel like if the revelations was gonna happen, come true, right? Planet X, it would be where all the good souls go, and like the fucked up people would be stuck on here. Like that's Planet X. Like God prepared His people to go there next. Me, I'm gonna be fucking in somewhere like Star Trek, fucking exploring the universe and shit. Me and my fucking crew. Wow, y'all stuck here reincarnating. And not everybody, because I know some of y'all like shit. Yeah, why the fuck am I stay here too? I can go too. So that's what I come. I came to wake people up to remember who they are, remember where they can go. Like shit, most people chilling with the aliens. Exactly, like shit. Pretty sure I got best friends that's like didn't reincarnate, but like we've been knowing each other for lifetimes and shit, and they probably aliens compared to what we look like. So high low vibration people like good spirits. Let's see, D Space Pro. Mm. Yeah, I do want to see that too. Instead of like some shit we seen on the news where they said it was outer space, like I want to see some shit from my own eyes. That's why I want to experience like going into space. Like I always been interested in space. Like you just don't understand. Like I always felt like this planet was not my home. Like so, even to this day, I feel more like that than when I was a kid. Like, cause now I realize, oh shit, my home ain't really on this planet. So I'm just here for the time. It's like Earth is prison, and like we all just doing time in this bitch. Like so, when my time is up, when I'm out of here, like shit, I'm making sure I don't fucking come back. Cause right now I've been like a repeat offender in this bitch where I just keep coming back reincarnating. But some people like they've been in this bitch for lifetime, not been nowhere else, not seen nothing. It's like I'm more like the warden now, like shit how I evolved mentally. I'm not just no inmate. I know who Jamal Rashad is, but I don't really watch him like that. His videos pop up on my live, but I have seen some of his stuff in the past. But like, I try not to watch other people because I don't want me like hearing what they saying. I'm like, oh, let me say that like that. I don't know. Like I know how that shit go. So, but I had like I said, I have seen his stuff. Like I do like what he be talking about. He not wrong. Like so, he got his own. He got his own platform. So I salute to him. Salute to that man. I'm just not in the conscious community. Like that's one thing I'm not. I am not in the conscious community. I'm solo dolo. I'm not religious. I'm not, woke shit. None of that. But yeah, we all are like operate on low vibration, high vibration. Most people who don't know who they are, just sleepwalking through life, are vibrating on the lower level. Like shit. Those who know who they are and operate in their higher self operates on that high vibration. So I'm trying to get to that level where that vibe. Jesus was instantly manifesting. Like that's how his beliefs was. Like I must got some type of doubt somewhere because I'm not in manifesting like him. Because that's what he came to show us. Like, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. So I need to be able to walk on water myself. Like so, I haven't developed that faith, right? So that's what I'm trying to work towards. It's at the edge of the solar system was a wall of fire. I haven't read that nowhere. But make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. I can't say there's the end of a solar system though. Like I think this shit is infinite. Goes beyond time, space. Like it's more than space. Oh, so y'all both heard about the wall of fire. I need to check that out then. See, I'm being enlightened. I never heard of the wall of fire. Cause I just look at it like there is no wall on this motherfucker. Like there is no cap. True. Solar system is definitely limited compared to like galaxies and shit. So it's probably some shit that's blocking like shit from like exiting and coming through. But even within the solar system, there are extraterrestrials that's in this bitch. So I don't know. I gotta do some research. But I'm willing to say, yeah, I don't know. Like you put me on to something. Like I'm willing to say that shit. I don't know everything. I never claim to know. No matter how long I live on this fucking planet, I'll never claim to know everything. Like, cause as much as I know, just shows me as much as I don't know. You don't think they like gotta figure the way through that wall? God was like, nah, we can't have you like changing my people's beliefs. Let me set up this wall of fire. That's what it sounded like. Sound like God or the Bible set that shit up so people like aliens wouldn't come through and change the beliefs. Like, but I don't know. I just be thinking shit. But shit, I would like I said, I know they got some portals. I know they just be warped through time. Like, where you think they get fucking flies coming in and shit? Like, where you think they get Star Trek from? This shit is not just created without knowing or seeing some shit. I mean, I know they be receiving shit from like outer space too. Like, I don't really much pay attention to it, like, cause I try not to pay attention to things that's on the outside of me. But you gonna see shit with your eyes, like even as much as like my fucking mind and my subconscious wants me to focus only on me, my eyes and ears is gonna see and hear everything. So I have no choice but to talk about it. Go live tomorrow at 8. I'm gonna put y'all on. I mean, yeah, like I said, I know he got some knowledge and information. I just, I'm like, I know I got some information too. Like shit. But like I said, I have watched his stuff in the past to know that he's on, like he on his path. Like so, that's all I need to know is like is they on the right path. Like so, if a person that's giving game, spiritual game, and like waking people up, exactly. We all got info. Like so, I just pick and choose who I want to like get my information from. Like so, Bobby Hemmett is like one of my teachers. Brother Panic is another one of my teachers. So, shit, Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill. Like it's not just black people who I learned from, which I learned from white people, Chinese, like shit, Sagaru, like shit, I don't know he's Indian I think, but I learn from everybody. But I don't learn from everybody. Like I really choose and see who like I want to fucking invest my time in. Definitely got to send those good vibes. You said 8 p.m. Like, is that Western time though? Like, cause if he hop on live before I get on live, I'll check him out. But I usually get on here every day. Like, I didn't get on yesterday, like, cause I wasn't feeling best. Fucking, I hate killing fucking flies with my hand, but shit was bothering me. I be thinking about shit like when I kill insects. Sometimes I'm like, it means you evolve into the next level. Cause I know we all start like spiritually, right? Some people just think we born babies and get old and die. No, like it started way back when your little spirit and atom and whatever you want to call it was probably just a fucking plant, seed. And then you just died and you awakened and probably came back as an animal. Like shit. Then you evolved past that level. Like then you became human. Like shit. That's how. And then after you evolve past this human level, shit, it's another fucking level. Like so. I believe we just all just evolve over time. So when I be killing insects, I be like, hey, I'm basically God and I'm sending you on to your next life. What we was talking before we get to. Exactly like so. And the people who are new at human beings, like those are the ones like probably be like no emotions, like probably I ain't gonna say handicapped, because not all handicapped people be fucking like people like Hitler, like where he have to come back and just be fucking handicapped, like because he fucked up, and this one even be he couldn't even clear all his karma with a lifetime of being handicapped, but his lifetimes of karma, like for people like who do shit like that. But but if Hitler's purpose was to come down here and do that, like he's a reptilian, draconian, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? If his spirit came down here to do that and he accomplished his mission, like why would there be repercussions? Oh, because people say it's a heaven and hell and this is right and this is wrong. Oh yeah. But that ain't how I think. Like so who knows how fucking Hitler's living? Like shit. Cause a lot of fucking I've been to war. There's been like times where I thought I was gonna be like dealing with a fucking suicide bomber. These people really believe if they blow you up, they're gonna fucking die and go to heaven, like with their virgins. Like so, that shit is real. Like your beliefs, I'm telling you, it's strong. Like who's to say? Like I can't judge nobody off their beliefs. I can't say I used to when I was in the military. I'm like they believe this shit. This shit's stupid, but that's just their beliefs. Like you can't knock somebody off how they believe, like what they think about this. So me, I don't knock people for being religious, being Christian, Catholic, whatever. Do believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. Just understand like there's more out there. Like just tap into some other shit. See what else you might learn. Like so, just like be careful what you saying. Everyone has it. Doesn't make you talk. Exactly. True. That's why I stay on my own platform. Like I don't be going searching for other shit, looking for other shit. None of that. Cause I understand motherfuckers be toxic and they don't even realize or understand how toxic they are. Like that be the crazy part about it. People don't understand like they lifestyle be negative, their thoughts be negative. So that energy be influencing other people, especially if that's a like strong energy, strong negative energy. Like you could be strong positive, you can be strong negative too. Love is universal, hate is universal. Exactly. It's all together. It's all one. Shit was all came together. Actually darkness came first, right? Because God had to create light out of it. So that's why I say I mostly operate out of darkness than the light because like that's where seeds grow. Like a seed can't grow in the sun. Like it's just the truth. Like you gotta take that dirt and like that darkness to grow. Like so, I used to be a light worker, but now I'm a dark worker. But I'm not leading people wrong. I'm not telling no lies. Like even in the Bible, Lucifer, like, well, even not Lucifer, because he didn't deceive Eve. The fucking angel serpent who fucking deceived Eve, he didn't lie to her. Like he told her the truth. She just made that decision where she wanted to like experience the knowledge of like good and bad. He probably made that shit sound good as fuck. Like, hey, if you eat from this tree, your every desires will come true. All your desires will come true. You'll know everything, good, bad. Like you'll know it all. You'll be just like God. So Eve was like, I'll be like my creator. Why not? Ain't that what Lucifer did? He wanted to be like his creator. God don't want you to be like him. He wants you to be less than him. He wants you to be like Jesus. But Jesus is just, I feel like sometimes when I would go back to church, I would think God was Jesus who came down on this earth. That's how why he was able to be like that. But like, why you ain't reincarnate? Why you ain't came back again? But when God comes back again, guess what? He's going to destroy it. He's really gonna destroy this bitch. But I'm gonna be gone, so it ain't even gonna fucking matter. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Shit ain't gonna happen when I'm alive. And if it do, shit, I'll just experience that shit because it's the end, right? I used to think like when I was in church, right? When Revelations talk about like, I don't know if it really says that, but I don't know. I had it in my mind, right? All the good people's gonna disappear and the bad people will still be here while all this fucked up fires coming from the skies and shit. So I used to always just fear fucking just being left in this bitch. As a kid, like why would I fear being left as a child? Well, even not just a kid, but an adult too. I was thinking like, damn, what if I don't make it? I have watched Ancient Aliens. Yep, I definitely tune into that on Netflix sometimes. I don't watch it that often. I don't even know if it's like new episodes or something, but I watched it enough to like know what they be talking about. I be trying, like I said, I don't watch too much TV, but today I found myself just watching, like going through the fucking TV shows and movies. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't ever do this. So, yeah, I'm telling you, like Atlantis, Egypt, they were super advanced. Super advanced. When you can't see something with your eyes, that's what people get it and say, "Oh, it's not facts," because you can't see it with your eyes and hear with your ears. But you have to take in consideration your intuition, your gut, your instincts. If your gut and telling you this is ain't that, and you following with something that's on the outside of you, you gonna always be led astray. Like so, me, I follow like my instincts. Like that's what leads me. Like sometimes I ignore it, and that's when I literally like make my mistakes when I ignore myself. Like, so, no. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. If we can get to 30 likes tonight, that'll be dope. I really appreciate that. But yeah, Atlantis, that's one of my favorite. Like, I don't call it a conspiracy theory. I know that shit was real. But most people, they think it's conspiracy. Yeah, true. That's why fucking Egypt versus God when they had that square off when fucking Moses was doing all the things God told him to do, and Pharaoh was like, "We got people who can do this too." Like shit, like they was just deem it as magic what God was doing until God took it to the step of killing Pharaoh and everybody's first born. So that's when God was like, "Okay, you think you can do what I do, but you ain't willing to take it to the next level." And that's where fucking Egypt fell. I'm telling you, Egypt was really one of the popping. Egypt was like United States, popping. But God was like, "Yeah, I know y'all got all these old ass gods, because Egypt was here 25,000 years ago, and they believed in multiple gods. The God of the Bible, he was like, I know this shit. I know it's multiple gods, but guess what? I'm gonna show you my power because I know y'all guys been sleeping. Like y'all guys got lazy. The gods of Egypt got lazy, just like the gods of Greek, just like Thor and them, like got lazy to where this God of the Bible came in and said, "I'm the God of all gods." Like so, he knows there are multiple gods out there. God is just a title. That literally is just a title. People don't even truly know his real name. Yeah, they'll say Jehovah. Yes, they'll say Yahshua. But is that his real or whoever's real name? You don't know. So me not knowing, like having the proven facts, like I'm more agnostic than I am religious. So I'm not an atheist. I know there's something that created this world, this me. Like I know there's something way more than me. Just can't say it's a him. So I know I got people in my family that's religious, that's still in church. So when they hear me, they be like, "Oh, Kenneth on that blasphemy shit again." But that's because they don't really want to look at the facts. I do call it a higher power. I'm just not gonna say what everybody else, because other people call God and like what they believe. Most religious people I know, like they're fucked up individuals. Not all of them, because I've met like probably one or like one in person that I know is a good like who I would even not even see her as religious. Like she's that woke. Like she found herself through the Bible. I wasn't able to do that. I had to leave church to find my spirituality. Like so, the information and knowledge I got, like what I've learned outside the church, she was able to find out within the Bible. So I'm like, okay, the Bible is good, but look what you got to do. You have to study it. You have to like, you got to be in it every single day. Like, but most people ain't willing to do that. They willing to wait to church Sunday or Bible study to read the Bible and then don't pick it up again. Like so, it could lead you right. That's why I say I don't judge nobody for their beliefs. I call it I call it higher power. I call it fucking the universe, the all, the source, like whatever. Like sometimes I call it God, like because that's what people want to hear. Like so, shit, whatever. Like I said, I'm a shapeshifter. I can be religious. Honestly, I can act like a Christian easily because I got that background. Like so, shape shifting. Like I can be in any type of room. I could be in a room full of white people and like fit in. Like I've done it before. So I know like shit. I'm like a chameleon in different settings. Yes, I stand out, but like shit, I'm always kind of embraced. But my blunt is almost out, so that means it's almost time for me to go. I haven't ate dinner tonight either. But Rashad Jamal, he's been popping up, or Jamal Rashad, which one is it? He's been popping up on my timeline a lot. So I think I gotta check him out just to see what he's talking about. But I don't want people like, oh, you only said that because he said that. Nah, I got my own beliefs. Like My shit is like deeply rooted. So I got over 90 episodes on my podcast, and like I'm smoking ice cream Sunday. About to be gone though. Can't eat ice cream though. That fuck up my stomach. Any Butterfield. It's just part of the. People be giving me weed low key, like low key. When I go into the dispensary to get some weed, cause weed is legal out here, like it's usually to, I don't know, like just to try something like new, taste something new. I rarely got to go to the dispensary. In 2022, I've probably been to the dispensary 3 times, and most of the time was to get vape or edibles. Like I don't go like truly to get flour. I go give me to hit that 30 likes. Really appreciate it if you do. Really appreciate it if you hit that like before the plug go out. I know people gonna watch this video though after I get off. Man, I was on the live I got where it's fucking Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith as the thumbnail. I was on edibles that night. I had 3. Like usually 1 or 2 don't work for me, especially if it's like 10 milligrams. Like, cause in the dispensaries they only sell like 100 milligram edibles max. Like so, if it's 10 pieces, 10 milligrams. So I was in Indiana not having no flour, so only thing I had was these edibles, and like the mother didn't work until the last night I was there, and I took 3 of them. So I was on live, like on edibles, like high as fuck, low key, but you couldn't tell. Yeah, I fuck with the chocolate bars. I fuck with edibles. Or the first time I had some edibles, it was called a chocolate trip cookie, and that cookie fucked me up for 2 days, where I just wanted to lay down and sleep, to like sleep that how. Like for 2 days, I was literally just laying down, like miserable as fuck. I tried that, and I only had a piece of it, but I didn't smoke for like, it was years until like before I smoked. I mean, before I had that edible, I wasn't even smoking for years. That was like my introduction back into weed, and that shit fucked me up. Yeah, edibles do creep on you. Cause I ain't even realize like they had crept on me. The last time I had edibles, I ain't realize like I was high until like I was in the middle of my life, and the thoughts I'm like, oh shit, I'm high as fuck. Like, cause it felt like I had forgot the feeling of being like smoking, because the edibles that like I said, I was only probably eating like 1 or 2, like just to help me go to sleep. Like it wasn't even, I wasn't in Indiana like fiending for weed and shit. Like I literally need weed to sleep. Like, cause if I don't smoke, I'll be up the whole night. Like so, even if I just smoke 1 blunt, I'll be good. But if I don't smoke, it's like my body's like, nope, man, you must want to do the all nighter. Like so, when I do want to pull an all nighter, I won't smoke. But that's like, why would I put myself through that? I love to sleep. I love to dream. I'm a dreamer. That's why I fucking imagine like my future so much. Like I know I use my imagination. I'm still like a kid. Don't try to bake. Giving me an idea, KJ. Trying something new. But I got kids, 7 kids, so couldn't try that till they was all grown. Make sure y'all give me that like, that 30th like. I really appreciate it. Is somebody in here who haven't liked it yet and you just holding out? I know you want to hit the like button. Do not glow over me, my enemy. Go ahead, follow. Was that a shot at me? Do you think I don't like God or something? Do you think I'm a demon or something? Do you think I come to go against your beliefs? Yeah, like KJ just opened the door because I'm like, I low key want to try that shit. I just watched a video like where like edibles was being made too. I'm like, man, it's this easy. Really, I could do this. So I'm probably gonna be starting making edibles once I move into our new place. So it's only right though. I make my own. But this was an interesting conversation tonight. I think I want to do like more conspiracy uh, theory lives. Even though this shit went to like religious shit, it went to spiritual shit, like, cause it's all part of conspiracy. The gummy bears is the easiest to make. I would think like the chocolate chip cookies or something is easy. You gonna have me try that shit? I'll be high as fuck the whole day. I really appreciate that, Trauma or T-Warmer. I don't be knowing how to pronounce people's name when I look at it, so I just say how whatever comes to my mind. I try to say it in like different names just in case one of them ain't right. But definitely appreciate that sub though. Like, and like I said, when I get on lives, I get to learn like new shit. Like overall, I learn something every time I get on live. Somebody gives me some information, so that's what I want to do. I want to be able to like grow spiritually, like not just spiritually, but just overall. Like just want to have everything upgraded, like so in life. But thank you guys for coming in. I see y'all ain't gonna give me that 30th. Like it's cool. I'm gonna have to just wait till somebody watch this video later and they like the video. But we got that 29. That I'm cool with that. It was a consistent night for like 10 people at least. Got up to like 20, I think. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I know y'all like conspiracy theory videos now, so I gotta fucking start like going down the rabbit holes, see what we can come up with, we can talk about. So exactly. So peace. We out.